I was a bit annoyed because I wanted to see if I got a wee bit stronger on the bench, but
Yeah, I would have been annoyed as well.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
mm-hmm.
How you finding the
People
gym
are
anyway?
selfish.
I'm not.
How you finding the gym anyway? Getting there?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm already getting tired. I'm thinking of switching more into a bit of a bodybuilding thing next, just because like I've been doing strength stuff primarily.
Calisthenics, mate. Honestly.
Oh no, I do my yoga and stuff like that. I did do loads of calisthenics. I did that pretty much all through lockdown.
I went.
100%.
I was back at gymnastics yesterday. I've managed to do stuff that I haven't been able to do in a long time. So I'm going, yeah, hell yeah. Doing bridges. Not yet. I'm getting there.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Getting there, yeah.
I'm actually closer to. I'm not very good at the backflips because I've got a problem with my left arm. For now, I think it might be tendinitis, which is not getting a lot of strength to hold yourself up when you're flipping into a backflip. However, strangely enough, I'm closer to doing a no hands cartwheel, which is insane. When I think about it, I know I'm closer to doing that than I'm doing backflips. I'm going. I don't get it.
It could
I've
be
never been able to do a cartwheel.
No,
that way, rather than that way.
because I've got big shoulders and I've got
Handstands, I can do
muscles. Handstands I'm great at now, but because I've got muscles around my shoulder, I can't put my hands all the way back, and it was a problem doing bridges because you're supposed to be doing a bridges and then a kickback onto your feet. So I'm struggling with the backflip stuff, but for some reason I'm closer to doing a no hands cartwheel, which is
Really
is
cool.
insane to me. But yeah, if I can get that down, you know, I'm happy with that.
Right now it was getting to certain strength requirements. I wanted to be able to do the bench in your own weight, shoulder press in your own weight, all that kind of stuff. And then it was got to be like marathon training, get my endurance back up. And once I got that up, then it was got to be just maintain, because you know yourself, once you get strong, maintaining the strength only need a day.
Yeah, that's something I've found recently, even with being ill and resting. I haven't lost any of my strength or muscle, which has been thankfully, because it's coming up in 2.5 weeks now, and I'm like, thank fuck. So I've not been able to. In fact, if I'm getting a little bit stronger, because I think the rest helped, just with repairing muscle, because my muscles were probably broken. But you're right enough what you're saying. The reason I do gymnastics is because I want the flexibility and the strength. What you were saying about endurance, I'm looking at I got a wee course for military military preparation, the military test.
That app is really good, is the one I'm thinking. It's Army Fit or Army Bet.
Yeah,
or something.
it's not an app, but just in general, for endurance, that seems to be the way to go. So I would try and do military stuff.
There's a free app that's supposed to get you ready for the military.
Yeah.
And it's basically a free personal training workout plan. It's because obviously they get their money from advertising the army.
Yeah.
It's like,
so for likes of that, if you want to do endurance, military stuff, if you want to do stuff like you want to do proper flexibility and strength, I can't.
My push-ups and that are all right. I could never do. You know yourself. I could never do things with my handstandy style things and ups. I just good at them. Even though I've got strong shoulders.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's just
you
something
want to
about my body. I have the theory that it's because I have little T-Rex arms. Like my legs are longer than my arms, and I honestly don't know if that's to do with it or it's just I am unskilled. It could be that.
Okay, right. Well, take the basin up and then go into your bed. Okay, Kev?
I feel like I'm gonna be sick. It's just pain me back.
Okay, right. Danny kisses in. If you are feeling ill, just come down and tell me. Okay. Right, love you. You're live on. By the way, you're live on Twitch. Everyone can see you because we've been live for the past 5 minutes. Say hi.
Hi.
We live.
Right, we're live. Yeah, we've been live for the past 5 minutes. Right, Danny kisses. Love you. Good night, darling. Right.
Bye.
Bye. So yeah, hi everybody. We've been live for the past 5 minutes. I like to do that, just have a wee conversation to start us off. So we are here. We are on Tuesday nights, D&D for the world of Valorium. welcome to Sanity Check Gaming. We are missing a Rachel now because she's walked off, not probably realising that we're live, because they usually like to check to see who is actually watching the stream among our group, because we should all be watching the stream among our group to put the numbers up.
I'm not doing it
Don't do
yet.
that.
We know if you didn't tell us
do
we
that.
went live.
Yeah, well, no, that's why I do it. I want to see who's done it. So, anyway,
We put
Yeah.
Watch the stream. It was on.
yeah, we're all here.
Have you watched the streams I'm not even in?
Yeah, that's what I do as
You
well.
have to click on the live stream. If I just go to the Sanity Check page, it doesn't automatically take me through.
Yeah,
Richard.
No, but
See?
if you're linked to the Twitch and you're linked to the Sanity, it'll come up Sanity Check Gaming
But
is
my
now live.
phone.
Yeah,
Look at my phone. Also, actually looking at a different thing on my phone.
exactly. So there's my point. So
Penny Dragons Games is live. I don't even know who they are or why I follow them.
well,
Apparently I do.
Oh, they followed us.
yeah, remember, because we like to help out other streams, which is a good thing.
Oh, hold on. Unless they're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
better than us, in which case I'm unfollowing them.
Oh no, they did well. I actually.
Yeah, but
remember
it's good
watched
to
a
it's
bit
good
of
to
stuff.
help raise others up so that we can get raised up or the same way. So
Okay.
Rachel is currently missing, so that's probably because of the dog. We're also missing our good friend Jim the Piper. He is unable to join us, but he might be jumping on in chat for anyone. So just everyone tell him how much we love him, and hey buddy, hope you get better soon, whatever you may be doing. But we do have we have a yeah gonna kill him while he's away. We have effectively failed the bestial test because we have no females here, and we're all white males.
You should say women, by the way, because apparently females is the way that incels talk about women.
Oh,
So you should say
yeah.
that.
So we oh no.
Aren't
Well,
allowed to ruin
I would
that
like to
anymore.
point out that we now have one woman in the stream, so that's good, and that's also good to know. Then I will not start to not to refer to the fairer sex
Women
that,
or
as female.
males. Okay.
However, we have been live for the past 10
Lovely.
minutes waiting on you. So yeah, we've just been vamping
Well,
as usual. We don't need to introduce anybody because we've got an intro for that, and let's actually go into that where we jump into the world of Felorium. Enjoy.
Fuck up.
I like the.
No, that does not smell. No. Here. I've got a wish list on my roll 20. I will put that in there, and you can see what we would like, and then somebody can pick it.
And we're back.
Anyway, viewers.
Yeah,
who is
any of the viewers,
12,
you better be paying
I
our
will
monies.
wish-
Two
I
people,
roll
who
20.
is me.
Yeah,
and
we need
me.
monies. All monies, all time. Just if you could just directly give it to Lee, he'll be so much happier.
I mean,
Not that Lee is the best paid out of the lot of us here. However,
Give it specifically in one.
I'm not paid.
Even though he's tried to help us all get better paid, but we keep refusing to take his offers.
no, that's not true. That's not true. This one did here.
Richard did apply for
I
this
was gonna
job.
say, yeah, you did.
Yes. And I didn't get it. Probably because I know
know, but-
Lee.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I did say specifically not to give him it, but you know.
That is fair.
Uh,
So, without Jim and Ronan running in, hopefully Ronan will be in
I
the
like
chat.
Jim and Ronan, two different characters.
Well, Ronan is the real character here. Jim is a figment of our imagination. Who remembers where we left off and how we got to where we are now? Bob.
We
Right.
made the decision
Sailing.
to finally leave the island, so we got our ship fixed up and
Barely.
we're making our way.
Damn it, I was
Fairly
drinking.
still good success.
We have
Gaz
Sol in
decided
that,
to have
yes.
an open conversation about ripping souls from the void to feed Nyla in front of several morally good
Doesn't-
characters.
It was an interesting
Doesn't make sense
quandary.
whatsoever.
So cool.
No.
I wonder how that's
Also
going to go.
very bad at the same time.
Lee, are you
Especially
literally
for
putting
the
the wish
guy-
list? Jesus fuck. You put your wish list up in the chat.
Really?
Such a shill, man.
No shame. Again, the episode is called Moral Quandaries. It seems to be a theme.
I have no rules.
It has a theme. So,
Hey, let's have a look at them. Then you can say, hey, any viewer can pick what we're going to purchase with the money. There you go.
I like that. That's a good idea. We should.
Yeah.
Well, it could be something terrible.
Or they could buy it and send it to your email.
Well, I mean, that's why I showed my wish list. Because then it will just, I will
Yeah,
get
that's
Yeah,
what you
because
do.
it's not sanity
Yeah.
checked gaming
I'm
list.
not forcing them to
It's-
look at Sanity Check Games
Please.
Roll20.
We should do
No,
that.
it's not for the
Yeah.
street.
Lee, one of the DMs at Sanity Check Games, I'll go home at night myself and be like, oh, I've got this
Yeah.
PDF on Roll20.
Lee
Oh,
is
yeah.
barely affiliated with the
I paid for all the stuff. It's cost me a lot of money to buy all the shit that I bought in Roll20.
I agree.
Probably, I don't know.
I've
I
done the
agree,
same.
it's also cost me a lot of money to get the stuff I've gotten as well.
Yeah, me too.
Rachel has bought
I
me
have
stuff
got
before,
nothing.
and Jim has bought me something before.
That's good of
Yeah,
them.
It's very kind of
I
them,
have brought
remember.
my company.
And they were
That's
both
a
were
gift in
very
itself.
appreciated.
And we
Was.
appreciate that, David.
I have not done the we will do the vampire D&D one at one point.
So,
Actually, no, I want more to say about that. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Keep going.
now if you want to say more about your vampire
Well, I must
D&D,
say one thing actually. When I was going through the compendium, hex bloods are a race. I did not know what they were,
yeah,
and they are very interesting. And if anyone wants to look up and read about them, they are quite fun, and I would like to play one.
well, he's not playing
What
one in
are
this
they?
campaign.
Now I heard of them either. They must be
I
new
don't
in
have
the
them.
book.
I was like, what the fuck's a hex blood? And I looked, I was like, holy fuck, that's real fucked up.
Quite
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting
Yeah,
indeed.
I'm gonna have to Google. English.
So, well,
That'll
Yes.
probably be the new tiefling.
well,
It's a
Rachel
tiefling
goes in.
subrace, right?
Yeah, while Rachel goes and Googles up Hexblood, yes, we are finally off the island of Akus after we decided, or after you decided to leave, coming to the conclusion that maybe these changelings aren't here anymore, and you maybe have a little bit more pressing matters on hand. However, a very interesting conundrum came up when our good friend Leon, or shall we say
Yes,
Gaz, actually went out his way to get his new friend Tukna, and wanted to try and find out about the curse of the changelings, which our good friend Nyla happens to be afflicted with. Finding out that,
He
well,
is now our best friend. That
I think
demon
like
guy
Tukna
just
is,
saying,
Tukna seems to
He
be
is so
everybody's
cool.
best friend right now, bar Melgrim. Melgrim hates him.
He's a
He hasn't even met him
he's
yet.
very
Malcolm and him
dapper.
aren't gonna get on.
He's a very dapper individual. He may be the only demon that Melgrim has a chance of liking.
This is good. This is a
No,
good point.
no, he's
Oh no.
No.
He likes you, Gaz. And let's be fair, you are very much a demon in this situation. So, however, you have now set sail, and after a moral quandary, name of the episode if you look, we are now in a relatively, I would say, sore, maybe a little bit tender position as tensions are uneasy at this moment on the ship. However, we need someone to navigate our way to the Empire itself, where we're actually been heading for the past year. So,
I'm the driver of the ship.
if whoever wants to navigate, driving the ship, Nyla, you will not be navigating, you will be driving, which means let us go off a survival check.
I
Or
would probably
nature.
say our
Boy, oh boy.
keen-minded fellow should be a navigator.
If you want, take that with
Survival.
advantage because we have a man who has keen mind and knows where the magnetic north is at all times.
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Survival, where are you? Oh, I got 18.
Smooth sailing from here. Yep. You're confident in your abilities to keep the ship straight.
I got this, guys. Don't worry.
With your
As I'm
calculations,
standing on the sideline, just holding on tightly.
yeah. With your
Our tails just wrapped around.
oh, that's right. You're
You're
a
not
blue.
actually
You're a blue
holding.
tiefling. With that, you're confident enough with your navigational skills, Sir Janice, that you will reckon you'll get there maybe in the next week or week and a half.
Excellent. I'll just explain that to Niall as well. All right. The
Um,
rate you're going at, you're sailing great.
Fun enough, though, the first landmark
first
you will
time
be
as
hitting is a little island called Igtiscaba, which happens to be the island that, well, Ronan will remind you that his mum has absconded to for
Just
trying to keep
bypassing
safe.
the island.
Yeah, by far bypassing the island.
Yeah, we ain't going there.
We could
That's
stop
what
it
you
and
get
see
for not
if
being there.
we could stop it and see if anyone else wants a lift to where we're going, so we can get some sweet moolah.
It's
Do we
not-
have enough
Yeah.
room?
I don't know.
You
I'm
have
asking the question.
plenty of room.
Okay, should
may
we
be a
dock
good shout.
for like a day?
Also, his mum was quite good at cooking. She might want to be the ship cook.
Oh,
I am not knowing what happened. No, you know what? Ralph doesn't know that. Never mind.
actually, is Mam knows I'm a changeling, doesn't she? Maybe she might not be comfortable with me.
Yes,
I
she
was
does
thinking more, does the
indeed know you're a
elderly
changeling.
lady want to go on a high seas adventure with adventurers who will likely be attacked, and the last ship we were on got eaten by a leviathan.
And or killed.
Yeah, she wanted a comfy life, I think. So we'll not ask. And
So
James
don't-
isn't here, so kind of feels weird.
He's also not in chat, lying bastard. So,
It's got a sore eye. Leave him alone.
he can still type, he doesn't type with his face.
Richard's got a sore
Who
everything.
doesn't
Well, he
speak to their
can't
face?
see.
That's a good point. Richard has been dying for the past 3 weeks and he's still turned up and
And
done
he's
this.
still alive. He's not dying that much.
Saving
Yeah.
throws.
And he hasn't stopped complaining since.
Never, not once.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Oh, it's all right,
So-
James.
with that, you keep going. The weather is fine. Or is it? Leon, roll me a d8.
Okay.
I was waiting for this.
that's not work.
What?
I rolled a
Wait,
5.
this- Oh, that makes sense.
Waving my way. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, smooth sailing. Weather is fine. Weather is clear. These, like to say, the only reason you got to leave the island of Akus is because, well, the weather, the storm had passed over. You were stuck there for a week and a bit. If you remember, because of the weather, the storm has passed. Smooth sailing. Use anything you want to do on this leg of the travel before we go on to the next one.
Yeah. Ralph is going to go and find Melgrim.
Excellent.
Melgrim is nowhere
Crying.
to be seen.
Melgrim is nowhere to be seen. The ship is not that big,
Mhm.
right? Right. I am looking for
Okay,
Melgrim.
he's in his
actively.
room.
Okay, right.
To be more specific.
Okay. I go and I tap on the door.
Tap, tap, tap.
I bang louder on the door.
Nothing.
Is the door locked? I open the door.
He's just sitting there sharpening his blade.
Oh damn!
Yeah. Ralph is going to stick his head round the door, ready to retract his head into his shell if required.
Okay.
He's going to say, Melvin, I think we need to have a conversation about Gaz and Nyla and what we're going to do moving forward here.
Sir Janice already told me to have conversations. Seems that it didn't work.
Yeah, that's your.
I always preferred actions over words anyway.
Due to your line of work, I'm going to assume that you're quite unforgiving about the kind of actions that Gaz is taking. Now, I want to remind you that he is not bad person. He's just making some bad choices.
You think that ripping souls out of another realm to feed his friend is not an evil action?
I didn't say it wasn't evil. I said that Gaz has got a newfound power, and perhaps he's not putting the thought into it that he should. And he thinks he's saving his friend. I had a conversation with Gaz the other day, and he seems to be of the mind that unless he directly knows somebody, then then they don't matter. And I think perhaps someone like you, who takes on the goodwill of all people, could perhaps explain to him that that is wrong.
Oh, I do plan to explain to him how that's wrong.
Not at the point of a sword, Melgrim. Gaz doesn't realize he's doing wrong. He was abandoned. He had nobody to fend for but himself, so no one looked out for him. He had very few friends.
I have looked out for him. Since I've met him, I have defended him, protected him, and he knows my views on these things.
That's what I'm saying. Perhaps if you explain to him properly, without violence or anger, we could perhaps make him see what he's doing is wrong.
I have tried being nice and peaceful.
I'm
I
gonna
tried
be
it
honest.
for 2 days and it didn't work.
2 days.
I understand that to you that was an eternity. To most people, that was you acting weird for 2 days. If anything, I assumed that you were using it till I turned my back. You were gonna kill me. But seriously, Gaz doesn't realize this is wrong. He thinks he's helping. And is it worth his life? He hasn't done it yet.
I've been clear from the start what my job is. Now, we might be able to talk about moral grey areas with some types of magic. Even the Empire acknowledges moral grey areas. This isn't a moral grey area.
Right, so shall we
Now, the
go
only reason I didn't
and
stab
tell
him
him
there
that?
and then is he has not done it. But the fact that he is capable of it and considering it, and considered it so quickly, what happens if I one day take a hit too hard and I'm not there to stop him?
You mean who's gonna put down Gaz if he crosses a line?
Yeah, we don't live forever. We've all almost died several times. Several of our friends have already died. What happens if myself, or you, or Sir Janice dies and the only ones left are Nyla and Gaz?
Perhaps we can get him to live by the kind of code that you're talking about. But he'll understand the things he can't do, the lines he can't cross. He's young.
You can have words with him. I will try and have words with him. But I'll tell you one thing, if he does do this, I won't hesitate. I've seen where these paths lead.
Thank you for your restraint, Malcolm. I'll try and speak to him. And yeah, back out, close the door.
Yeah, no
Do
problem.
not disturb sign on.
Interestingly enough, what is Gaz and Nyla doing at this point?
I would just think that they're and you're just mainlining souls straight into your face.
Into her mouth.
Started behind him going,
It's like Soul Reaver. That's an old school reference.
I love
Probably
that game as
talking
well.
It's a phenomenal game.
About,
I want more about Legacy Kane though.
Yeah.
Nyla's probably talking about Gaz about the moral of this because Melgrim's brought it up, Ralph's brought it up,
So,
and Sir Janice has also
That's
brought
a
it
good
up.
question. What is the moral ambiguities of such a thing, Nyla and or Gaz?
See, Gaz,
What do you mean?
Well, Malcolm said it's, evil and, you should die for doing the ripping the souls out
Oh,
of
if
the
if Mal
other realm.
if Malcolm says it, then it must be true, then, right? Look, these souls,
No,
they're
but he does
no
have
one.
a good compass. He is a good person. We know that.
Melgrim is prejudiced and short-sighted when it comes to these things. It's okay. He'll adapt. He has to.
But Ralph also said it's a bad thing as well. And Ralph's wise like an owl.
We just have to explain to him that
Hmm.
these souls that we're
Sorry, Lee.
accessing,
Look at what it is.
they're
Sorry.
it's not especially a bad thing, and we're helping you. You're our friend. That should be the main thing on his mind.
Are we helping me or are we just making things worse? I mean, if I take a whole soul, it might make everything worse. I might die quicker or go crazy quicker. That's not what I want. I don't want to go crazy at all. But we
I don't want you
both
to go crazy
know
either.
I can't be cured.
This is the best option we have for right now. Look, I don't want to be doing this right now as well. You think I want to be wasting my supplies on going through the ethereal plane to do this? No. I want to be able to do
Wait,
this as a precaution.
so the only reason you don't want to do it is because it wastes supplies, not because you. So you think this is right?
No, that's not what I meant. I want to do this, but only for as long as I need to. We're gonna get you help, Nyla. Don't worry, if it's fine.
Well, like our demon friend said, that it's not curable because I am a curse. Remember?
He said that it was possible, but we shouldn't do it.
Yeah, he said it was possible, but I would die if we did it. So it is possible to cure me, but it would kill me. So
That's only, maybe that's only because no one's tried yet.
I'm sure your demon friend would know these things. He
So what
did
am I meant?
seem pretty smart.
So what we meant to do? Just wait for you to become evil?
Maybe we should just throw me overboard.
That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Might be the easiest decision. And then Melgrim can't be mad at you because you won't have to do it.
That's not what I consider an easy decision.
I don't want to make everyone, uncomfortable.
It's an uncomfortable thing.
I mean, I am hungry, but I'm trying my best not to be.
Look, let's try and get our minds off of this for now, okay, until it comes up. Would you mind teaching me a little bit more of
Of course, let's do this. I'm gonna get my staff out, which I don't have a staff. We're just gonna work on the mind and monk shit.
Yep, just monk ship. Just
Monk
dismiss
ship.
No, there's things that I can do. What are they called?
So
kicking and punching mainly.
No, martial arts and stuff. So just gonna show you some moves. I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but that's the way it's gone. She's just gonna show them some.
yeah, I'm trying to remember the actual name, the proper name for it. It's not so much martial arts in the kind of sense of kung
know,
fu,
that's
and that
just
it's
what I
more.
it's not Tai Chi, is it?
No,
That's
Kai
something
Kwang.
different.
It's like Kai Kwang, which is it's kind of like it's almost like yoga, where it's all the movements of martial arts, but it's very slow, it's very precise, it's very much moving all about the body, making it more flexible, all about muscle memory, about where to go, where to stand when you're needing to get out, avoid, or to move in for punches. Kai Kwang, I'm pretty sure it is. I might be wrong on that.
There's Tai Chi
No, I
and
think you're right.
Aikido, I think is very similar to that as well.
Yeah, I'm
It's
thinking more of the
very
Chinese.
little, small, light
Ah,
movements.
I'm
and
thinking more of the
those-
Chinese discipline where, especially the Shaolin monks do a lot of that as well. And on top of the martial arts, they do a lot of slow movement Kai Kwang. I'm sure it's Kai Kwang.
Nah,
I
I'm
know what you
telling
mean.
you,
I know what you mean.
Gaz is in the ways of Unagi.
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 What's the martial art that Shao Tsung used? That's the one Gaz is
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. With that, I was going to give you the benefits of, you're able to take but you can already take a level in monk from the training, so that just keeps that up, let's just say. So your next level, if you want to take, you can take a level in monk if you wish. To represent the start of your of a purer journey, if you wish to take
She's
it.
also gonna help him write and read again.
Oh,
She
yeah.
wants to help him.
I remember that.
Because I'll take that on board 100%. And because I'm at level 7, I may actually take a level of monk,
Yeah,
but I'll wait till that comes up.
yeah, cool.
If I reach that level.
So even with the meditation, when Nyla takes you through the meditation, the meditative side of everything, that helps her, what she does say helps her calm her emotions, not only calm her emotions, but keep her hunger at bay for a little bit of time. Although she does mention she struggles a little bit more now. However, when you're both meditating, that familiar old voice comes back into the back of your head. This is are you sure you do not want to look into more of these lost souls, shall we call them?
I'll
Now you
I'll
you
speak
don't need to speak out loud. You can speak within your
Oh.
head if you wish. This has always been an option.
I was about to say, yeah, I'm just gonna try and practice like picturing like a black void or something like that.
Yeah,
And I'll try and speak to my patron within that void.
it's easy enough.
I hope you don't mind. I'm not gonna talk out loud, at least not right now. Things are a little bit tense.
Well, I always
Grip.
assumed that you were always just talking to me, dear boy.
Well, sometimes I don't need you as much as as I would have before.
Oh, you
No,
can.
I seem to be. I seem to be doing well. I seem to be doing the right things.
Well, you can't seriously mean that, my dear boy. After everything I've done for you, all the help I've given you over the years, all of this time, all this power that you have now at your fingertips, at the grasp.
Oh no, I know, and I appreciate that, and I'm gonna use that power, but I'm gonna use it for what I want to do, not for what I want to do, if you know what I mean.
That's very noble, my dear boy. I'm glad you're coming to this realization. I mean, it's always good to help those who are in need, especially close friends. I mean,
Like Nyla.
Oh, like Nyla. She is an interesting one, isn't she?
Yeah. Too many of my friends have died and almost died.
Yes, and now that you have the command of the undead, the lost souls in the nether realm. I love the fact that you have this power at your fingertips, don't you?
It's definitely useful.
And as you say, they are lost souls. Nobody really cares about these lost souls, so to speak.
They're not exactly, no one's exactly using them, are they?
No,
And I'll laugh.
exactly.
She's left.
Nyla's like, huh? That was an evil laugh, guys.
It is an interesting query, though, because it leaves us at a crossroads, and I have to admit I've been caught aback by your sudden interest in these lost souls. I have a theory, though. I'll need to work a little bit on it, but I'm pretty sure we can come up with something that, I don't know, would suit all parties. Give me some time.
I mean, how much time. Nyla doesn't have a lot.
Oh, she has plenty, don't you worry about that. But I'm figuring, I'll get back to you when I find an answer. We need to make sure it's definitive, and we also need to make sure it's safe for our dear friend Nyla now, don't we?
Before like my patron tries to like break contact, I'm gonna try and like reach out for them to like stop them from going away. See if I can get I actually touch them.
Well, within your meditative state and just the black surrounding room that you're in, it's only yourself that's there. You can't see anything physically.
I'm gonna try and reach out anyway.
You reach out and there's nothing there in front of you. It's almost like if you've seen Stranger Things, it's basically living just in that room. No water in the bottom, no, just blank room.
Ah, that's cool.
Just picture him floating in blackness.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to ask you something that I've had in my mind for a while that I don't really understand.
Well, I can certainly try and help you with it, my dear boy. What is it?
So you gave me this power, right?
Let's just say I helped coax it along.
Right. But that means that this power comes from somewhere. Because it can't come from nowhere.
Well, it comes from
Because
you, my dear boy.
If I got it from me, that means that you got it from me. Which means that, where does it come from?
Well, you know when you go to school and you don't know how to read or write, or you need to speak in certain languages, and you have to learn all these kind of things. Who do you have there that helps you along with such trivial matters?
Teacher?
You have a teacher, exactly, my dear boy. Think of me as just more of a teacher, helping you along your way, bestowing power upon you that you already have.
No, but like, if you was to go back and speak to a famous composer, and then I look around for the composer, and then the composer isn't there, and then I just make someone else that famous composer, then that means that music really comes from nowhere. If you get what I'm saying, right? There's no origin there of the music, as in there's no origin of the power.
Well, everything comes from somewhere. We're not just born into existence. Something has to happen for it to be put into existence. I mean, you cannot have you cannot have two without one, and 1 + 1 makes 2.
Right. I think I understand better, but not really.
Remember, my dear boy, I'm always here for you, and I will be helping you with this question indubitably right now, indefinitely as well. I mean, we want to help our friend Nyla.
Yes. Yeah, I do.
So it's good that you're taking time to meditate as well. It's such a fun little quaint hobby. I will leave you to it until you need me again.
Thank you.
And with that, you come out of the meditative state.
You just come out of meditative state to Nyla's face. Guys, you need to wake up, you know.
Yeah, you were a little bit
Sorry,
too deep in your meditative state there.
Sorry, I think
Snoring.
I thought you were gone.
No, I was just in my happy place.
Oh, that's good. Everyone needs a happy place. I haven't quite figured out where mine is yet, though. Never been in a place too long enough to have a happy place. Maybe I'll get
Oh.
one.
You just gotta make one if you've never had it.
Maybe I'll be at the sea. Yeah, that's it. And then the ocean.
You're technically in the ocean.
So I'm a happy place right now, I guess.
Yeah. You're
Just
Not
surrounded by
patron.
weird people I don't know.
your like faith is something to do with the water, right?
Yes. Ralph was teaching me some things about the goddess.
Shima.
Come on now, it's been
What?
4 weeks.
Can't.
Shima.
Yeah.
Shima.
Remember who the god you pray is.
No, it's just
Doesn't ring a
me
bell.
with a shit memory.
Rachel couldn't remember. Nyla was all over that shit.
Oh yeah,
Nyla
for sure.
would have remembered.
For
Rachel's
sure.
Shit. Yes. Well, he's been teaching me about Shima and all of the religious things, which is actually very interesting. Didn't know there was that much involved.
There was lots of religions round about where I came from.
I've only ever heard of, one or two, but never took any interest. They always seem to hate me anyway, so I hope this one doesn't. She seems nice. I mean, she sent some tree girls to me, so she must like me a little bit, right?
Treacles.
I mean, yeah. What did she say to you?
Damn it.
Nothing. There was no words exchanged, but there was seagulls sent to me, and they protected me on the ship, and I felt the connection of Shima, and that's how I knew. And Ralph gave me this, and I'll show you that pendant thing that Kaz made me.
That's right.
Ralph made me. This is
It's a little stone
Ralph
with some
made me
wavy lines
this.
in it.
See, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks it looks really cool actually.
Yeah. Well, this is my safe place now. Is in the ocean. I like that place. Maybe less people though, because some of these people are this really fucking weird and smell really bad.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes I really miss being on dry land. I remember the
Don't
first
miss
time
it.
you weren't there at the time, but the first time that I was actually joining these guys on a boat,
Is it fun?
well, I didn't realize that we were leaving. It was when I had a lot more anxiety than I do now.
Oh.
I couldn't
Did they kind of just put you on the ship and go surprise, we're leaving?
kind of, yeah. When we were
That's not good.
before I knew it, we were in the middle of the ocean, and I was having panic attacks 24/7.
Oh dear. Well, you seem a lot better right now, so that's good. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you.
Guitar.
Learning to read and write and all this. Guys, you're doing great. I mean, the whole soul thing, I know a lot of people have different opinions on it, but you're doing really well.
Thanks, Nyla. Yeah.
Don't
Terrible.
eat anybody today. Don't eat anybody today. Don't eat anybody today.
Nyla, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck. 16?
16. What's your what's your religion modifier?
Religion. Oh boy. +1.
Okay.
I don't have good religion.
Well, you're not eating anybody, not eating anybody. You feel a breeze coming through the cracks in the windows of the actual side of the ship. Night, even though you're not within the ocean, it smells a bit salty. It smells like a beach. Smells like the sea. It's a smell you haven't really smelt before, simply because.
This is nice.
But you seem to feel the warm embrace of Shima as she kind of passes over, which is cruelly interrupted by the tree gull. It just comes straight into the side of the boat and then flies off.
Dear. Gonna have to teach these treagles how to fly properly.
And with that, if you wish, going forward, leveling up, you can take 1 level in cleric if you want. Because I forgot that Ralph had made you a little symbol, and if you're wanting to take on the patron and become go up a level of cleric, you certainly can. I actually quite like this idea. I actually quite like this idea of multi-classing, the way of going about multi-classing. It's
I've
actually
never multi-class once.
it makes
Never.
sense this way of doing it, because helping out guys and him having the ability to maybe take on one level of monk and you taking on one level of cleric because Ralph is helping you out. I actually like that idea. So
I actually see the guys. I know, like monk and warlock aren't the best at making things mix, but I love the idea of punching someone at the same time you do an eldritch blast.
oh, that would be with disadvantage.
Oh,
That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it would be.
God.
There is
That'd
builds-
be insane.
there is builds that can work.
Kamehameha.
But at the end of the day, it's what's your character.
Um,
There's a
I know
self-made
it's
warlock.
different, but I fucking love it.
yeah,
His character's been doing
What's
push-ups,
Ralph's multi-class
pull-ups,
gonna
and
be?
meditation since the start.
Yeah.
that's a good point. What is it if Ralph decides to multi-class? What's he going to do? I don't know. Well, let's find out if he decides to do it. However, oh god.
So Janice is teaching Ralph how to play guitar.
Under the sea. Yeah. So
Christian rock band right there, a cleric bard.
Can
I feel
Nyla-
his presence on me, Furby.
If I make like Nyla like I don't know, a member of my patronage, would she become a warlock? Or,
I don't know how you would go about that, but it's
I have
an
no
interesting
idea about that.
conversation.
I have no idea how to do that. I don't want to do that.
yeah.
But yeah.
I get that.
What?
So with
More
that,
importantly, does your patron want to do that? Because like,
No, like if I was her, doesn't matter.
yeah, I get you.
you're looking at her patron.
I get you. However,
I understand what you mean.
with that, Ronan's not here, but we'll assume that Ronan and yourself, Sir Janice, are currently helming the. You're helming the ship with the others going off. So if there's anything you want to do in this time, I know it's without Ronan, and I'm not doing his accent.
I will point
Well,
out
I was
Belgium does
actually
want to make
thinking-
a point.
Yeah.
Well, what I can do in the meantime then is obviously I'll be helping out whoever's taking the helm at that point. I'll help with navigation and that. But I'd also like to take some time just to get to know the people we've actually got on our boat, because we've got people that were taken along and we don't really know anything about them at this point. So I'd like to just
So I'd like to
Have
name
a chat with
names,
them.
backstories,
Meet them.
families.
Individually, at length.
How old is this child?
I'd like to know their lineage.
So write down
What's
every
their
single
dreams,
one.
their
Post them the next week.
One of the things I was going to buy in Roll20 was basically a book of NPCs.
Yeah.
So that in the future I'm like, fuck this. Yeah, here you go. Here's some bullshit.
There is a book that exists on DM Guild for that very reason. It's like 300 pages long. I'm thinking maybe I should be getting one of these.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's like, say one with just like names for humans. And I use a randomizer when I'm prepping NPCs and just go, like that name, like that name, like that name. Some of them I have came up with, but I do not like coming up with NPC
Yeah.
names. Hence
So,
why it's always Bob.
But
With that-
mainly just like mainly just wanting to focus on like, is there any of our guests that stand out? I suppose.
Well, there's a couple. There happens to be a young dwarven couple, newlyweds, who are just looking to go to the Empire from here. They were stuck in the island of Akus for a wee while, and have decided to try and make their fortunes in the Empire mainland. So they are currently travelling with you. They are fairly good. Again, just newlyweds making their way. So, apart from that, there's another couple of folk. There's a couple of mercenaries for hire that are just going on the way to the Empire, just again find their fame and fortune. Other than that, there's an older couple, just again making their way to the Empire for whatever my reasons may be. Let's say visiting family. They are both human. The mercenaries, one is a dragonborn, which is quite unusual because you haven't seen many dragonborns. And the other is, let's just say, a Loxodon for the fuck of it. Which is a big giant
Oh.
elephant
Is
type.
it going to be that Loxodon?
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Never heard of him. Baldian. That's his name.
Didn't I get him killed?
Yes, you did. He Baldian will never die.
But Gaz ripped his soul from another dimension to try and beat Dracula.
I have returned. Bat.
Nim just gets eaten instead.
Yeah.
Oof.
She was not in
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we know that. Yeah.
Ralph will, during the course of the days, I will have walked amongst the people, and I will have like used minor like cure wound, all that kind of stuff, just to like be doing just cleric shit, you know.
Like I
talking
say,
to
no major wounds, so there's no need to be using cure wounds.
No,
or
I just
anything.
meant like, you know, like old people have some aches and pains from being in the, I would say, the ocean air.
You're helping them. Yeah.
Yeah, just sitting and chatting to them.
Yeah,
just, like,
they
normal
get the odd
clerics.
bit of sunburn because they've been out too long on deck. You find a couple of deck
Yeah.
chairs. Aye, I get you. You introduce
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
Who wants to speak to Melgrim?
That's fine. But before we do that, Ralph and Sir Janice, if you have any worries about or you want to try and find out more about the patrons you've got on, you can certainly make an insight check for me if you wish to see if there is any ulterior motives.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah,
that's
because
what I
I'm assuming that's why you're introducing them. You just want to see what they're about.
Effectively, yeah.
To an extent, yeah, because we have been kind of tricked before, so.
Okay.
I got a nat 20 for a 27.
Ooh,
Amazing.
Shit, mate, that was good.
There's
I
changeling
got
here.
a 14.
They're all
so-
changelings! Oh my god!
So,
This
Ship
one's
is a
touching.
mimic.
Oh, mate, I would be so happy if we trained a giant mimic to be our ship. That would make me so happy.
oh, wow.
Like,
Oh, that would be amazing.
there's stat blocks for giant mimics as well. They disguise themselves as castles and stuff.
I know. I will.
But yeah, anyway.
I'm not adding that to the game. Anyway, so
Damn it.
anyway, the young dwarven couple, very much in love. They're just so excited about being on the ocean. Not only that, going and starting a new life. It's always an exciting adventure when you're about to start something with someone you love going forward and new. It's natural. You know that won't last, Ralph. I'm only joking. With that,
Confused by the concept of marriage, to be
yeah,
honest.
the elderly couple, exactly, especially in your culture, is a good point. With that, the elderly couple as well, they spent a long time together. Again, they're just going forward into the Empire to do odds and ends, basic jobs. If you push a wee bit further, they're just talking about setting up, basically just keeping an eye on their finances and going seeing family over there while they're there. It's usually a regular trip that they make. And it just so happened this happens to be the cheapest for a long time because they don't usually get a lot of. They usually make the trip regular, but it's just a wee bit expensive. So they're happy and just so glad to be on the ship, especially.
Ralph makes a note that we should charge more for next passage.
No,
Okay.
that is absolutely fair. You can fleece the old people.
OEP discount to get more.
I like it.
More passage for old people.
I love it. You could start becoming one of those Stena those Stena cruises that are doing bingo and shuffleboard.
Get the eggs. I've got an idea.
Yeah, fuck the eggs. Let's just say the Dragonborn mercenary is a bit standoffish, which is understandable. Even with an Nat 20, you don't get a lot out of him because he just doesn't want to share. However, with the Nat 20, you can't see him as a threat. He's very much just want to keep himself to himself and just get to where he's going. He's clearly well travelled and does not like the idea of more of a loner, if anything. He doesn't like the idea of sharing with you. But if you do press him, he will tell you a couple of stories about some bounties it was hunting from back in the day.
I'm showing interesting things and I'll hang on every word and make him feel like he's the most interesting person in the room. And if I get anything interesting, brilliant. But I'm not. It's more just passing time, you know.
Make maybe a history check then.
Okay. I guess again, just on myself. For a 16.
16. Yeah. Equally out of interest, a particular bounty that's going about now. He's actually, what's what he's on now, he's hunting someone. But he's having to go back to the Empire because he's failed in his duties. He can't find this guy. happens to be a guy called Boblin.
Is it Boblin the Goblin?
Maybe.
That would be so cool.
Does he give out? I ask after the person's this character's name, and just so we don't. But if we book passage with this person, we could maybe notify him. So I try and get a description out of him.
Boblin's a name. He is indeed a goblin.
Yes.
He's
He
wanted.
must be killed, got you.
He is wanted for grand larceny, and the reward is 200 gold.
Now, Ralph, being deeply racist against goblins, does he? Does it sound like the goblin that we've met twice before?
What was it? It was a not decent history check. He does kind of.
However, most goblins sound like the one he's just
Again, being racist. Yeah, being racist. They all look alike to you.
Oh yeah, you like goblins, don't you?
Kind of, yeah. I've kind of softened a bit, seeing as I've seen some like ones that weren't trying to eat like our babies, but I'm still a bit like,
These ones are trying
That's
to
totally
trick us
understandable.
to blend into society.
Listen, everybody can make mistake and bad actions. He has just explained to Melgrim about Leo Gaz's actions.
How people
Yet he
can
hasn't shared his weird dreamscape that he did, where he made questionable actions as well.
didn't seem worth it at the moment
Hold out
because
for Melgrim in his nightmare to protect him.
goblin.
You are my friend now. So, with that, so with that, it is very much an interesting thing that he has brought up, and it is another plot hook if you wish to go on to.
I'll spend the rest of the day or a lot of time with whoever is steering the ship. I won't take a turn, but I will occasionally cast guidance on them when it looks like they're struggling.
Yeah. Well, Ronan takes the odd one. Nyla does as well, as does Sir Janice de Grande, but he kind of he's usually just there just to help guide the magnetic north. So easy enough to do.
Use a spyglass occasionally.
That's cool. Nyla,
And
you
look
said
at
you were
absolutely nothing.
going to speak to Melgrim before the end of before day's out, right?
Yes.
If you would like to do that.
Fight him.
I'm not really like leaving Nyla at this point, kind of thing. So if you want to do something alone, Nyla, you have to specifically tell Gaz to fuck
Fuck's
off. I guess.
sake.
Ooh.
If you want to do something now, I would do it now because you'll get a chance to speak for about 30 minutes if you don't do something now.
Okay, guys. I'm going to
Dies
see
in front of the door. And you
Melgrim.
too!
I'm going to see Melgrim, and I'm going to need you to stay outside, okay? Because Melgrim's not too happy with you at the moment.
Punches him, stunning
I really
strike.
don't want
Oh
you-
god!
Until when you get into a fight, okay?
If
Just
that's what you
stay
think is
outside and
best.
practice ripping souls from the underworld.
It's not a bad idea.
If that's what you think is best, Nyla, I'll wait
I do.
outside.
We're
Okay,
outside.
thank you very
Okay.
Little boy.
There is a knock at your door, Melgrim.
Fuck off, Ralph. I'm just gonna-
Melgrim, it's Nyla. I just want to talk to you.
I'm scared he opens the door.
I'm
You
gonna go.
want.
I'm gonna go away so Gaz,
Talking about
Leon isn't
something.
actually hearing this.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay.
I'm also going to be gone. I'm watching online, but I need to pee real bad. So
Cool, that's no problem. We can do the kill. So we
Do
now.
it. Take the earphones. Okay, sorry.
In fact, I think I will take that.
I just-
I'll be right back.
Fair enough. Bow. Oh.
Melgrim, I just need to apologise. Really. I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable, and I didn't like lying to you more than anything. I didn't know how you would react. And obviously, if I think about it now, the more I didn't tell you, the more you'd be angry about it. Are you doing okay?
Listen, I don't know what you and Gaz are planning.
I haven't done anything yet. Promise. You see, that's why I wanted to come and talk to you mainly, because I don't want anything. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, because I'm trying to be a good person.
Told you I will help you fix whatever this problem is. But you go crazy, I'm gonna kill you.
No, I wouldn't.
Guys,
If I go
if you eat
crazy,
a soul fully, I will kill you.
okay.
I don't care where that soul comes from. And I'm
Okay.
still debating whether I'm going to kill Gaz or not. Because
Oh, well, that's fair enough. You know, and I understand you be really angry at her at the moment.
you don't understand. Yous are thinking of yourselves. This is the
Well,
problem.
that's what I'm saying. Is I'm not necessarily saying we should do it. That's why I'm coming to talk to you, because I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, and I know this isn't what you want. So I was just not coming to say that.
It's not about what I want. It's about what's right.
Yeah, right. That's my problem. Is I know it's wrong, but I can't not do it. I mean, I don't have to just suck the soul out of the other realm thing. I totally get that, but I still need to eat. I don't have to take the soul from the other realm if that's what you mean.
Do you know why I hate necromancy so much?
No, actually, I don't.
If I kill someone with this sword here, they go somewhere. I don't decide where they go. They decide where they go.
Uh-huh.
What Gads is doing destroys them. They're gone. Nothing.
So they just. Oh, that's bad.
Necromancers, more than any other type of magic users, get god complexes. They start thinking that they are the most important things, and everyone should be subservient to them and
Well, we
should do
both
what
know that.
they say.
Well, we
Because
both
they
know
are
that's a lot of
powerful.
rubbish, because
And
then
we're-
we're cooler than they are. Milgram, don't worry.
I worry because not everybody can defend themselves from them. They prey on the weak.
Well, I can tell Gaz that we don't have to go through with this, or that I refuse. I don't want to cause any problems.
Yeah, this is just one problem. I'm just concerned that he's even came to this conclusion and thought that it was perfectly fine.
Well, I'm not going to do the soul thing because I don't want to upset you or lose you as my friend. Because you mean too much, Milgram. And you've been nothing but kind to me the whole time I've known you. So I promise I won't do it, okay?
Understand, it's different for you in your position. I'm just saying that yous are. I've just told yous what will happen. There will be consequences.
It won't happen. I won't do it. Even if he tries, I promise. I won't do it. Pinky promise?
You have no idea what that
Stupid
is.
thick pinky.
Hi. It's a dwarven pinky. You have to get your fingers round. This is quite a thick pinky.
Just let me when I can come back in to the game.
Yeah, you can come back in anytime. Actually, we're good. So,
Okay.
with that, if there's anything else you want to speak about, that by all means, because
So we're definitely going to kill Gaz then.
we'll slit his throat in the night, throw him overboard. No one will know. So, with that, we will go into the evening. So, I'm assuming you've done a lot of stuff over a lot of what you like to do in the first day's travel. It's going to take a week and a half unless something spectacular happens, which I will need to get you to roll. I'm not gonna get you to roll for every day. I'll maybe get you roll 1 or 2 times.
I'll
So
fight a dragon.
yeah, you've already technically fought one, which was
Just kidding.
yeah. But however, with that, we can move on to the next day. Does anyone want to take watch?
I can.
I'll
I
take
think
what.
Melgrim would be keeping watch. He doesn't really want to sleep right now.
That is fine.
He
So
will- if Nyla's up, he will say, "Are you hungry?"
I'm okay for now.
yes.
Malcolm.
Nyla, you are
If you're
okay for now.
hungry, you're taken for one of us.
I'll go
I'm
to
okay for now. Promise. I promise. I'll let you know when
I'm telling you
ready.
this because I am your friend, and I don't want you harming others. I would rather die than you harm others.
She's gonna
I
give
am
Malcolm
letting you
a
live,
hug.
which means I'm
Aw,
taking the
you are-
responsibility and the risk.
You are interrupted in that thought process, whereas Nyla just goes in and hugs you. You big lovable oaf.
And drains your full soul.
Right now,
okay, Malcolm.
Nyla is not hungry. She has. Where are you on the
She's
list?
good.
You're okay for now,
She's
yeah.
eaten 7 dead souls without Melgrim's knowledge.
She can go. Oh,
Yeah,
So-
there's just people like this. There's just bodies. Oh God, no.
yeah, she can
Nyla's
go.
just like Robert, oh, was it me? Oh, another evil changeling's here.
Yeah, she can. She can go a
My
week.
tummy's full.
Sorry, she can go 6 days now. Because she's already been fed. So
I just was saying, David,
I've
say
just gone
something.
down because of my curse.
Why?
Say
Do you
some-
just love the sound of my voice that much?
I've seen your mouth moving a bunch of times and no words have came out, so I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
he's lagging. So don't worry.
Ah,
Right. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It happens every session. It's just as long as we can hear you, we're laughing. So. See, it's weird. That is scared. Now you know. Now you know. I've dealt with this for the past fucking since he started. I'm going okay. I thought everybody knew. So, with that, like I was saying, Lee, I'm not going to make his roll for every day of the fucking journey. I will maybe one or
make us
two.
roll for every day, 3 rolls a day, and we're going to act out every part of it. They made me stay in a brothel for an hour last night. Right?
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. So, if you want me to do that,
You saw my roll.
yes. Just roll me a d20.
I did. I got a 1.
Excellent. So,
Oh no.
It was technically a 5, but it's a not 1.
It might just
Roll
add
me.
days to the journey.
roll me a d10.
Does Melgrim get any advantages with if he uses like telescope or regular scope? I don't
No.
know.
It doesn't matter. It was a nat 1. It wouldn't matter.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's an automatic fail, isn't it?
Technically not.
And on the DM.
Yeah, technically
right,
not.
that's
It's,
not always true.
yeah,
Plus, you don't know this. You don't know it is. It's just it might have a table made up.
I do.
That one might just mean that you get a scalp in your bum when you're sitting down.
5.
5. Roll a d8.
5 dragons
Oh
attack.
no. Oh no.
How many days have we got on this journey extra?
Jesus, now you have to roll 38 times before you get it.
2.
2. Right. That is actually.
Bad.
Oh, yeah, that is bad
Two
actually.
people die
So,
or something.
as you're helming, you're absolutely fine. Then all of a sudden, you feel a gust of wind from behind you. You go,
Often feel gusts of
then
wind
you
from
feel,
behind
then you feel a bigger gust of wind, and then it starts to get stronger as it starts to howl. The weather has changed quickly. So the storm that had passed seems to be coming back your way. So with that, we will say anyone who's on watch right now, Melgrim and Nyla, I was assuming.
Yes.
Right, so Melgrim and Nyla, you have a choice. Wake up your crew, or try and deal with the storm yourselves. What would you like to do?
We've got this, surely.
Melgrim, remembering the last time he tried to help, we should wake up the crew.
Okay.
You
that's
luckily,
fair enough.
unluckily, you don't have a bell to wake up the crew. You were tight on funds.
Wake up! Storm!
Roll a perception. Roll a performance check. I want to see if you're voice will cut through.
Oh, I was hoping it was Constitution or something. Oh, my performance is terrible.
Oh,
8. You start to shout, but you're catching it as the wind starts to howl. It's not cutting through. Thankfully,
I've
though,
got this.
you
I'll
recognise this.
just run to.
Right, who's the first 2 people you wake?
I will wake so Janice up first probably because you know he's the strongest. I think. Anyway,
So Janice.
then I'll wake.
Is it? He's a bard.
So
Well, out of the rest of us, he is.
But he is the most skilled, technically.
Okay, well, I'm waking Sir Janice up before first.
yeah.
Get your ass outside! There's a storm! And then I'll bang on Ralph's door and shout there's a storm. And then I'll think about banging on Gaz's door and then I'll not do it.
Okay. So with that, yes, so Ralph and Sir Janice, you've been given the warning. Are you going above deck?
Yes.
I will go and batten down the hatches, and I will say to the people to be careful. I don't know. I don't whatever.
You've got
That's good, I like that.
ropes and stuff,
So-
don't
We'll
you?
take the sail down because that's what you're part of the meta.
Right. Okay. With that means you're going to have to leave the wheel.
Oh, in fact, I should just hold on to the wheel.
Well, that's
All
good.
I'm trying to do is keep it steady. I'm trying not to make his move.
Make me a strength saving throw, please. See if you can keep on
I will
course.
secure the rigging.
Yes, that's a
Ship
thing. That's a thing.
terminology.
Nat 20 for a total of 24.
Yeah, the wind starts
Nice
to
one.
just hits the side and you can feel it tilt, but you pull it back on side. You're holding steady, but the wind is starting to pick up from the signs of the first wave. It might get a little bit stronger. You're probably going to need some help after that.
Guys, hurry up!
Ralph, with that, you're going to secure the rigging and basically
I
any
press the
supplies.
button that secures the rigging. I press the button that secures the battens of hatches. Yes, that's correct. That's
Yeah.
good.
I'm
Right,
gonna,
make
like,
me
help
a
with all the
strength
ropes
saving
and
throw.
stuff.
For me,
Yes. What would you like, Sir Janice? What will you be doing at this point?
I'll be trying
Like
to
fucking-
bring down the
The sails.
sail at
Right.
this point.
You bring down
well,
the
hold
sail.
on a second. Then I'm doing a thing. If I'm having to do things, I have cast enhanced ability on myself,
Okay.
and I will give myself bull strength.
Okay.
The target has advantage on strength checks.
Okay. Strength checks.
Um,
This is a strength save.
Oh, but by checks, does it just not mean anything involving strength?
No, strength save is different. The strength check is anything with strength, like athletics, that kind of thing.
Okay, sorry, I misread it. It says whatever bullshit he just made up. Yeah, actually, it means that. So I get to do I get plus 10 to everything now. But I don't. I absolutely don't.
I will. I was going to say I will check this because I'm pretty sure it's strength save is different from a strength check.
No, you're right. Okay,
It
that's fine. It seems unfair that I'm using magic that doesn't work, but whatever.
To be fair, you don't need. To be fair, you don't need to use. You don't need to expend the spell slot. However, if you
Use
wish,
guidance.
you can guide yourself.
I mean, and okay, whatever. Yeah, it's okay. I do my strength saving throw, which is also plus 0. 15.
That's not bad.
Look, I'm really heavy, so I just kind of grab on and just kind of
Yeah.
stand there like, oh yeah, I'm really heavy.
Yeah, you
Like,
you
that's
start to
cool.
secure barrels and crates of kind of the
Yeah.
supplies is what you're doing. Then you start to get the rigging down the side, so none. So if there is any rain coming in, it's not going to come in and start to flood the area because you still have
Okay.
certain crevices and holes within the ship which might start to leak.
I just remember, like, yeah, I was like, water. Oh yeah, from the
Yeah,
sky.
from
sky
the
water.
rain, yeah.
Oh yeah, that other
Yeah,
stuff.
you can still drown. It's bad. So that's okay.
Like, can we sink if we take on too much water? Do we just put a hole in the bottom of the boat if we take on too much water? How does this work?
Well, if there's holes in the bottom of the boat, that's true. But it depends on how quickly it'll flood. Because if you're getting heavier, you're going to start to sink into the canopy,
No,
right?
no, what you're saying to me makes sense. It just
Yeah,
it
it's
just-
weird.
That fucking ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to Ralph,
Felorium,
he's like,
guys.
"This is- It makes sense. Please, like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Felorium.
Okay.
It's like a colander. Yeah. However, so Janice, what were you doing again? Sorry.
I'm taking down the sails.
Yeah, that is fine. Make me a strength check. Save, please. So you have passed twice. That's not bad.
Oh,
That is one fail.
With my amazing strength skill, that is a 4.
So you're whoa, and as you try to pull down this, you lose grip of the rope and it whips you in front of the face. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you lose the rope completely as the sail is now faffing about in the wind. It is not good.
Okay, so
can I attempt to fix that? Since I haven't
Um,
actually done anything quite yet.
yeah, that's if you want to help. What were you going to do, Sir
The
Janice,
snap,
beforehand?
'cause I can mend anything that snaps.
It didn't snap, no.
I was going to say it's probably going to be the stupidest thing that he could do at this point, but Sir Janice is going to try and climb up to get the sail from the top and just like use his weight to pull it back down.
Excellent.
No.
That would be a good idea, but yeah, you were trying to do the thing. So Nyla, on the other hand, could do this. Now it's different for a
I'm gonna
monk.
attempt it.
It's going to be different for a monk because I was going to say this will be an athletics check for sure. No. Acrobatics check for the monk here as she starts to clamber up. You're used to moving in like pretty much like wind. You're pretty much used to that with your martial arts, so it's
I'm
a case
one
of
with the wind.
Yeah, so you start to climb up and you're going to try and grab onto the rope in the sail. So that is just
80
an
pounds
athletics
monk
check.
that she is going to just
Yeah.
drop down and pull up. Yeah.
So
I rolled a natural 1.
ha, yeah.
Yeah, well, it looks like we don't have to worry about this. They're gonna kill themselves.
So you
Don't
start to
fly away or some shit like that.
you start to climb, and then it's all of a sudden you feel the next wave hit, and it's whoa, and you're thrown from the mast. But because of the nat 20 on the strength save, because of Melgrim holding the wheel, you do not go overboard. You're just when you land. You take. You didn't climb too high, so you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from the fall.
You just sit on the floor, kind of like.
So, luckily though, however, because you didn't actually get to roll in the action thing, you still pass this round. So that is one pass from the round. We go into the second phase of the storm. So, Melgrim, are you still helming?
Yeah.
Right, make me a strength saving throw, my friend. It's an easier DC. It's an easier DC because of the nat 20 you got. You're starting to fight. Get an idea of how this storm is operating, so to speak.
7.
So that's a bad one.
It's actually one of my strongest things. This
Yeah.
Constitution. It's like,
So
it's just...
it's whoop, it knocks you off course. You try and pull round and you oversteer, and it's you. So we'll say at this point you'll have this will affect your day's travel. So
Oh, well, of course.
possibly from
That doesn't matter.
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
The magic brain.
From here,
where he falls at the ship.
Ralph, what are you doing?
Well, Lee just googled what you're supposed to do in these situations, and when I said secure the sail, we're actually meant to loosen the sail so that we're not going as fast, but it doesn't rip off.
Huh?
So I will loosen
Oh, that
the
would
sail.
make sense.
Oh no, the sail is loose. It is flapping about right now. It is
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
that's pretty loose then. Yeah, that's
To a
as loose as
point.
that's gonna get.
to a
Okay.
point that you're not moving.
Yeah, you need to get it too loose.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do the thing you're supposed to do with the sail. I assume tighten it slightly. Do I
Well,
have to climb up
no.
there?
The thing is, the rope is now close, so you will have to climb up and pull it so you can get at least something on the
I
sail.
cast freedom of movement on myself.
Okay.
Which means I can do
Oh.
all kinds of crazy bullshit. I go
You certainly can.
and do the thing.
You can
Okay.
do the monk shit that I didn't do.
So, oh, you can try and do this monk shit. You used to-
Well, freedom of movement is ridiculous. It basically means I can't be like nothing slows me down. You touch earlier. You can't. No, what's that one? For the duration, charge movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target speed nor cause the target to be. So, I'm assuming this would be mechanically classed as difficult terrain. But however, it's Richard's game, and he can do whatever he likes.
I'll say you get an advantage on climbing, right? So,
Doing that, and I'm casting guidance on myself.
it will be athletics. So athletics. This is to see if you can get there to do the action you need to do.
So now the strength, the build strength would have been useful. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. You can make it anyway. Whatever. It's fine. Cool. Cast against myself. Athletics was one of my worst things. A plus nothing. I'm just gonna roll a d20. Fuck it. A 16 and a 16
4.
plus my d4 for 17. Well, yeah, for nothing. But
All right.
guidance is 17.
Yeah. Yeah. So bump.
Swinging about
You
these
start to
shit,
climb.
swinging myself up.
You grab onto the rope. You start to fall down just to pull it down slightly. If you can make me a strength saving throw to see if you perform this. This is the actual action. So.
This is also just a goddamn straight roll because I don't have any pluses to that, so I will just do a d20.
It's okay. It's because of the past couple of rolls. It's a relatively
13.
yes. That is a pass. It's an easy DC. You start to put in a hitch hook. Start to tighten the rope. realizing the ship starts to lurch forward and starts to move again, which is good. That will help to go back on the track. You are now currently 1 for 1. So Janice, what are you doing? Anything just to help with battening down the hatches, so to speak.
Is there anything that still looks as if it's loose at this point in time, or anything that looks as if it might cause an issue if we got hit by another wave?
There is some stuff up above, like I say, a couple of barrels. There is water barrels as well, but they are kind of safely secure, but they do seem to be coming loose if you want to try and help with that.
Yeah, if that's the case, then I'll go try and make sure that they don't fall over then.
I should say, you also have kind of like a tarp that can go over the ship to stop stop the ship taking water on, if you know what I mean. See over the, not so much the mast, but you've got bits that can go over the deck.
No, like the cargo area.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can put tarp over there just to stop rain taking on water.
In which case, I'll look towards Nyla, just scream out, "We gotta get this tarp down," and just try and pull that over then and get that.
Yes,
secured.
excellent. Make me a strength saving throw, both of yous, with advantage because you're doing it together. And coordinating, that's a pretty good idea.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. Yeah, girl.
Oh my god, another 4.
Doesn't
Please
matter.
let this be better.
The nat 20 counts as double, so boom. Yeah, you are absolutely fine at this point. So you get the tarp over, you start to see the rain starts to come down heavy, and I mean fucking heavy. So from there...
I'm so glad I caught mine.
So...
I like how Melgrim's just standing in the rain like everything's been soaked in.
Yeah. So so you get the tarp over, the water starts to just bounce off and into the trees itself. So you're not taking on water, which is very good. That is a second pass.
I like the idea that there's a big wave of trees just hitting into the side of us. I know it's not how it works, but in
Yeah.
my mind, it's just as opposed to water, it's just trees.
I did
that
assume
go
so when they said a wave. I was thinking it was like, see how trees will shake when
Yeah,
they're really tall.
that is pretty much
I'm
it.
thinking
In my
that's
mind,
what a
it's
wave is.
20-foot waves of trees that are just crashing.
Yeah,
Well-
I'm thinking of trees
Yeah.
just coming like this.
It's the it's basically the canopy. You'll have seen canopies when you see the ripples in the wind. It's basically rippling, but it's more the wind wave that's hitting you as it's coming in. Just because
I know
it's
what you
just,
meant.
yeah.
I just like to think of it the other way.
Hell yeah, you think about it, it's fantasy man. What have I got to do?
My
Fantasy
mind.
man, fantasy man. So with that, yeah, you've passed the second round of the storm, which means you've pretty much passed going through the storm, which is good. If you wish,
Gaz just downstairs, just eating souls directly from the underworld as we speak.
yeah, would
What do you think
Gaz
brought this storm on?
actually, because of how well you've done,
That's an amazing consequence for doing that. Oh my god! Richard,
Yeah.
write that down. Every time they eat that, some really tragedy befalls us.
this is true. So with that though, because you've done so well with the storm so far, Gaz is rocked safely asleep in his hammock. He's fine.
I'm like the.
He's a swaddled
like the
baby.
Homer meme.
Yeah, he's a
Like the
swaddled
Homer meme
baby.
where, like, so,
Yes.
like, the little, like,
I have a nice
just the-
toasty cinnamon bun.
I'm never leaving this bed.
Uh-oh.
In a
I gotta
little
pee.
hammock.
So yeah, so he is absolutely fine, as is Ronan at this point. So you have the option to do the third round, or you can just automatically pass. All it being is, depending on how well you roll on the third one, will probably see if you negate the loss in time for the travel. So it's up to you. If you want to pass, that's fine, but you may lose some time. If not, you want to keep going, there's a chance you can gain that time back.
How's our supplies?
Supplies are being hitched down because our good friend Ralph, right at the start, decided to batten down the hatches, so to speak, and make sure.
Supply-wise, like, if we lost a couple of days, would it really hurt us food-wise?
It could. It would be a little bit
I
slim.
don't need.
It would be a little bit slim, and to be fair, you're only in the first day of travel.
Can I ask, would the rocking under the ship, rocking coming knocking, would this wake up Gaz, or is he just
Nope,
asleep?
you are currently sleeping.
Milgram's
They've-
good
yeah.
sailing has kept you.
Melgrim has managed to keep the ship relatively good, so
Okay, cool.
All my rolls,
That's why I
as soon as
didn't-
we get in
kept you
combat, it's going to be
safe.
1-1-1.
yeah.
To be fair,
That's
the
why I
storm
didn't
was
wake
my
us
fault.
up. I just thought, best keep them apart.
Yeah, best keep them apart now. So it's up to you. It's group decision. If you want to, like I say, if you want to continue with the rolls, you can. It'll help. It can help
I don't
negate
mind.
any time lost, or you could just automatically pass because you've pretty much passed 2 of the 3 you needed to. So
I mean,
Was everybody's goal?
I run over to help Melgrim with his boat steering, and I tell him to steer the appropriate way into the storm, either into it or away from it. I'm not sure how boats work.
how sailing is. Aye.
Appropriate thing,
Correction.
Melgrim.
Okay.
I'm sure I've read a book on this somewhere.
I
Let's
think
see.
like
Let's see if the decision Lee made fucks us over. I'm guessing a strength save again.
With
Give
advantage.
you an advantage because I'm helping you.
Yeah.
It was a good thing it was advantage, because that was a nat 1.
Yes. Oh my lord.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was a
The
nice.
correct way to get away from the boat is through the trees. Steers the boat down. That was an option.
We're not going in there again, Lee. We're
Yeah.
not going.
So what did you roll, Scott?
9.
He got
A 9.
a 5
that's-
and a 9.
That's
Oh no, my 5 was a nat 1 though.
yeah, that's
Who's gonna wake me up?
certainly a fail. You
Give me guidance.
literally just missed.
I give you advantage.
Yeah.
I give you the aid action.
Literally
Is
just.
Nyla aware that they're completely fucking this up?
Inspiration
Yeah,
as
the
well.
ship's starting to rock violently now. Despite everything you're doing, it's not looking good.
Guys, I've got this, and I'm just gonna go
I'm only
running up
doing
and
this 'cause
grab
Gaz
on the
is asleep.
steer and
Right.
helm.
Yeah. Now you've
Yes,
got
it's a
yeah.
help.
Now you've got 3 on the wheel. If you can also make a strength saving throw with advantage, Nyla.
Come on, baby.
That's the advantage because we're all pulling separate directions now.
What do I use to it? Can I use my acrobatics?
No, it's just a straight strength saving throw.
12?
You do have advantage in that though. So have you done advantage?
No. That's worse.
So 12. That is just a pass anyway. That was bang on the DC considering the. So that is so. With the help of Nyla, with the wind picking up really bad, Nyla comes in and you just start to move. Yeah,
Just slipping in Nyla's hand, just grabs it and pulls.
and
It's-
feeds
it's
on
the
you.
tail wraps around one of them. and
Yeah, yeah.
it's Just
So got
The music
these
fails,
people.
It's getting really
So-
dramatic, and then like, wah, and she comes in and pulls it back.
So I hate to do this to you, but you're currently 1 for 1, and there's only one person who can do one action left, and that's Sir Janis de Grande, the greatest bard of the world. What does Sir Janis de
my
Grande want to do?
He plays his loot.
If you can think of an appropriate action,
He plays Song of Storms for
yeah,
Legend
if you
of Zelda.
if you can
Under
think of an
the water.
appropriate action to do to help with any of this, and we will
So at
decide on
this
if.
point in time, the best thing I can do is, with keen mind, I'll still have a rough idea which is the correct direction. So I'll run up to the top of the ship with
roll a
helm,
d6.
and
Roll a d6.
Oh,
roll
no.
a
what
d6.
have I done?
No, it's magnetic.
Yeah.
cables around the
That's a good, that's a good point. This is an electrical storm.
Not
This
the
is
triggles.
this might happen.
That's a
You are
4.
fine. It's an even. You're fine. You can still sense magnetic north. So it's not as electric as you thought.
Oh, thank goodness. In which case, as Nyla's pulling the ship back into control, I'll run up to the front and what could I roll to make sure we're going in the right direction?
Sorry.
or at the very least, the least dangerous direction.
Technically,
Imagine you just be whispering in our ears.
technically, you can still sense magnetic north. However, I suppose you're under duress. Wisdom save. Give me a wisdom save. It is a easy DC.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
Oh wow!
Oh, mate.
With
We made
advantage.
How many
Poor
ones
choice.
have we
With
rolled the
advantage
same?
because you can still sense north. So
Oh,
In his defense,
don't leave it to the last
was a
second.
3 that he rolled.
yeah.
Just all 3 of us look at you disappointedly.
And right,
Oh, it's
unfortunately,
nine.
that is still a fail. So yeah, so
Oh,
that's
fuck.
fine. You still pass the storm. You're fine. Just you. There's a good chance you might lose time
We're
now.
somehow back at the island. How did this happen?
Yeah,
We got all the way
because you got a
back.
natural one, and then he rolled, and then he got a weather condition, and then he had to roll for the weather condition, which was storm. And I had to say, well, the storm has passed. It's came back upon you. So the weather, the winds changed and brought the storm back into you. It's a good 4 hours as you're fighting this storm, but you do get through with minimal loss to anything, especially passengers, which is good. Well, you've already got their money; it doesn't matter. However, it wasn't that bad. You didn't roll many nat ones. You rolled more nat 20s.
I think I got one that one.
Just go with it. We didn't get many, Rach. You're up to be like,
Right.
oh yeah, we got loads of. No, shh.
No, I'm saying I only got one, so that's okay.
I
Because
think
it's
you got
usually
any.
net rolled shit.
Right. Who wants to pick odds or evens?
Evens.
Even.
That is a 2. That's evens. You don't lose any time.
Oh yeah.
So
However, the old couple are
If we
dead.
throw the demon overboard.
so, with that, after the storm starts to settle down, that is, we'll say that's the watch. You get back to bed, you do your watches. We'll say, unless there's anything important you want to do, we'll jump ahead 3 days. So you're 4 days into the journey. Is there anything you want to do in particular in this time between the storm and the 4th day? Because
That's fine.
Again, I walked amongst the passengers. I spoke to people. I
Yep,
helped
that's
with the cooking.
fine.
I helped with minor repairs to the ship, usual stuff, but nothing interesting.
interesting.
Unless anyone wants to have a conversation with
That is
us.
interesting. Minor
Oh.
repairs to the ship.
Oh, I will help with that.
You've got mend.
If that's okay.
Men.
Yeah. Well, I will say they're superficial. Bum. Just filling up
Yeah,
the
yeah.
holes because now being the storm, you realise that there's water. There was water getting in. You kind of figure some of the bigger holes you start to fill. That's fine. With that, Nyla, make us an investigation check if you're helping. See how well you do.
Oh, fuck my life. 8.
Yeah. If anything, you made it worse. No, I'm only joking. You're fine.
No, I'm not surprised.
No, you don't know what Ralph is attending to do with his mending. He seems to be superficial, so you're not really paying attention at
I'm
this
just
point.
walking behind him going,
Yeah,
yep,
constructive
great.
criticism. Yeah, constructive criticism. Love it.
Ralph, you're
If
doing great
anybody
here.
else doesn't have anything important they want to do in between those 3 days, we will go to the next person who wants to do the role for the events table. Roll me a d20.
I want to get something real bad. That one?
That's what he got.
That was what he got. Oh, right. Roll a d10.
Oh, do you want me to re-roll then? Okay.
No, roll a d10.
8?
This is you guys, right? This
That's why I
is
got
me
it.
bringing this
Well,
fun.
I got through the same storm.
Roll a d8.
5? That better?
The weather is clear.
Different.
Yeah, the weather is clear. You got weather condition again. Jesus fucking Christ. So you got lucky. The odds of that.
Exciting for the viewers at home, the exact same thing
Yeah,
twice.
the odds of that are insane, right? But okay.
100%.
So, with that, day progresses absolutely fine. We'll skip another 3 days. Anything you want to do in these 3 days?
Malcolm's just staring and scowling at Gaz the entire
That's fine.
not saying a word. Just
He has sharpened his sword so much now.
It was a sword. It is now a fencing
I will
blade.
I will point out to
Yes.
Gaz this should be really
Just
weird
say that.
because Melgrim didn't care to look after his weapons before, and now his weapons are very shiny.
Oh, damn.
I'll walk towards.
Almost transparent.
Melbourne at some point, if that's okay.
You
Do
Do
walk.
I have
might
to
go in
feed
the
Jet?
You
Do I have to
walk.
feed Jet?
You'll have to feed now. Yeah, you're now 7 days into
okay.
the journey.
Oh, Milgrim's already told me.
We'll get to that though. Gaz, what you wanting to do? Sorry.
When no one else is around, I'm gonna walk towards Melgrim.
Okay,
I am steering the boat at this point.
that's fine.
I'm helping Ralph.
That is absolutely fine.
Where
Got
are
my
we right now?
spyglass out.
You got a spyglass. I forgot about that.
Where are we right now on the ship forward?
Well, where would
Where's
Melgrim be if you're looking for him?
Like I said, it's just been whilst he's been about doing things in the ship, but if it's night time, I'm assuming he's room.
It's during the day.
No, it's preferably.
Yeah,
when he's
it'll be
sitting.
during the day. Yeah.
He's maybe making the food for the.
Yeah, so he'll be down in the kitchen. Yeah, be down in the galley.
I'll just maybe appear behind him if he doesn't recognize him there.
Oh, you don't get behind him.
I just
Shit.
He's always facing you.
So I was going to say the way the galley's set out is you walk in. It's hard to sneak in it because the galley table, the preparatory table is pointing straight towards the door anyway. So
Alright, I'm not trying to sneak him. Just
Surprise!
I'll just walk up next to him or near him and I'll say, "All right,
Ball.
what are you making?" I'll
Blue.
look in.
It's soup.
You
Blue soup.
you need a hand?
Potato.
No.
Okay. I'll hold it a bowl.
You what?
I'll just hold it a bowl.
Gives you a bit of water.
Mostly up your arm.
aye. As you hold the bowl out, he pours it up your arm. I'm only joking.
Actually,
Or do
yeah.
you?
It gets a little bit in the bowl, but it's like you can tell that you just not gave
Little
a
bit.
fuck. You just fucking.
3D
Oh, dear.
burning soup damage.
Gets more damage than when I fell.
Yeah,
the fucking
And
rigging.
it really shows on the white robes as well. 'Cause,
Oh yeah, he's intentionally put like herbs in it that'll dye clothes.
This was his plan all along!
Damn.
That's how he's going to defeat you, being shitty and passive aggressive for the rest of the game.
I'll go to walk off and then I'll turn back and I'll say, we should probably talk. I mean, we're around each other constantly, and I don't know. We should probably talk, don't you think, Malcolm?
What is there to talk about?
Well, I don't know. You don't seem to be really talking to me. There must be a reason.
You are confused at the reason I may not be communicating with you.
Look, I'll put the ball down, kind of thing. I don't want to be walking around thinking that you're going to put a knife in my back, right?
Oh,
If you've got
it's
a
not
problem
gonna
with
be a
me,
knife up in your back, don't worry.
right? If you've got a problem with me, Malcolm, I don't want to wait around for something else, right? You're my friend, and I don't want to be acting around like you're
Where,
not. So,
my
yeah.
friend?
where's this gonna end, Malcolm? I mean, I'm kind of smelling at this point. What you wanting from me here, right? I'm not gonna change. You're not gonna change. What's happening here?
I am quite an old dwarf. If you think I've not changed in years, you'd be mistaken.
Right. Obviously, you have a problem with my powers, and that's fine. I get that.
No, it's
Right.
not your powers I have a problem with.
Look, I'm trying to use this for good. I'm trying to use it to help our friend.
At the
What else?
expense of others.
Others? What others? Some people in an ethereal realm that bloody shouldn't even be there?
Uh-oh.
There you go, I'm with you.
Tell your son you love him. Oh, he did. Okay.
I'm gonna go one now.
Okay.
He's gonna win.
He says he's gonna run.
Oh, I thought he said he was gonna win. He's a winner.
You can't
Tell
do
him he's a winner.
Guys,
something. You two can fuck off.
they might
What's
not
the
matter
moment?
to you, but they matter to themselves and they matter to someone. Just as much as you care about us and we cared about you.
This is never gonna end. They're dead! Their souls. How do you know that me not like using this lets them be at peace? If not, it puts them out of their eternal torment in a realm that we know nothing about. You're only assuming that this is a bad thing. Why? Because it's me that's doing it?
I've told you before, I've encountered people that do this stuff.
Am I them?
You're becoming one.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. First, you start doing this to help your friend, and then it's, oh, there's a problem that needs solving. I know this isn't quite morally correct, but it's for the better, the greater good.
Greater good.
Then,
Great or good.
as soon as you start thinking like that, then you start thinking what's your greater good, what helps you. Next thing you know, you are killing people to use their corpses for your little army and attacking the Empire and killing thousands of innocent lives, because as soon as someone with magic gets very powerful and stops caring about people, bad things happen.
I do care about people. I care about you guys. I care about you.
You should be caring about people, not specific people. People as a whole.
What, like you?
Remember when when me and Ralph ran to save those random people that we had no idea who they were? Did that not make you wonder why we might do something like that?
I kind of like dodged this question. Like, I didn't ask to be able to do what I can do. I just can, and I'm trying
You
to.
could
make the
choose
best
to
of
do it, you could choose not to do it, or you could, you know, only use the ones that aren't fucking evil. I've seen you casting spells. You've got plenty of power. Don't need this power. As soon as you start doing stuff like this, I'm gonna kill you. That's what's gonna happen. There's your moral answer. If you're struggling to think of what's moral about it, there are consequences for your actions. That's a very simple, childish morality. Even you should understand that one.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm saying you aren't showing empathy for your fellow man. And until you show empathy for them, You're not really going to change, are you?
I'll grab the ball and I'll begin to walk away.
Amazing. So,
I'm assuming just the Loxodons in. It's like, like some soup.
I would
I'd
prefer
say
some glass of water if you wouldn't mind. And those.
I like to think that the Luxton's also a necromancer. He's like, I'm going to keep this quiet.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. He's sitting there with his little skeleton of rats, and I'm good. So with that, as you leave, Gaz, you start to. Where is it you go? You go. Someone go into your room.
Yeah, I'll just go to my room. And I'll lock the door.
Familiar voice starts to come in and goes, "Oh, don't listen to him. What does he know about
Shut
that?"
up! I don't want to talk right now. Just let me be quiet for just a minute.
Are you sure?
I take my talisman off and I throw it in the corner.
Okay.
I'm going to take your top off there. Like, I feel it real hard.
Do 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 do. So, you take the talisman off and you throw it in the corner.
I don't know.
No. You take it off. No, you snap it, throw it in the corner, and everything goes silent. Make me a strength saving throw, please.
Okay.
A strength, constitution, dexterity save, please.
Yes, all three at once.
Saves.
Yeah. Roll 1d20. Roll 1d20 and use that as every roll.
I have a +0 to my strength saves, so this will.
Yeah, we're a bunch of weak ass people. Like, I think there's like
My
one
strength
strong.
save I've got plus four.
Excellent.
Right.
Right. So
Apart from Scott's character.
So yeah, as soon as you do that, you listen. You can't hear him. You think, just thinking. You start to breathe. You start to meditate. As soon as you start to meditate, whoom, you're thrown across the room, bang straight into the back of the wall. You take.
What am I taking?
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you're thrown hard against the wall, and then all of a sudden you feel something grab your throat, and you're lifted 5 foot into the air up the wall, and you're starting to choke. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, this is a little bit better.
Choke me, daddy.
16.
That is no problem, and you got a +2. That's fine. So yeah, you're currently
Sorry, when you need it.
you're currently suffocating. You have 1 minute of air +2 seconds. So as you're starting to, you cannot breathe at all. As you start to hear the voice in your head, is it? Do you really think that was the best idea? After everything I've done for you and after all the help I've given you, this is how you repay me.
Can I talk while I'm being choked?
You can talk through your yeah. You can you can not so much out loud. If you want to talk out loud, you can certainly. Well, with a Constitution saving throw, yeah.
Can I touch whatever is choking me? Or...
Yeah, you're trying to reach to the hand that you feel is grabbing you, but there's nothing there.
Can I try and cast a spell on my patron, or is that just without?
Yeah, what do you want to cast?
ability? I'll start by casting Eldritch Blast on him.
Yeah, you throw an Eldritch Blast. There is no magic.
Jesus. Okay, yeah, fair. Because I won't have it.
Yeah, this is after everything I've done for you, everything I made you powerful. Do you remember how weak you were? You were pathetic. You were nothing without me.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? This is the thanks I get. I come to you with an answer to help your friend Nyla, and this is how you repay me? You whumph, you're flung back face first across the room. You take.
Shit.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as your face is flung straight across into the room. It's and now you're being crushed as you feel something pushing against your head, pushing you, starting slowly into the wood. You can feel and hear the wood splinter as it starts to scalp into your cheek as it starts to hurt, taking
Jesus.
3 points of
This is
slashing
an
damage.
abusive relationship you're in, by the way. You should really leave this guy.
Yeah,
I
Very
was gonna
much
say,
so.
casting detect good and evil. Am I sensing like an uber evil presence in the ship?
It's interesting, interesting
You're
enough.
not
We'll get back
casting
to that.
nothing, you're making soup.
Make me a perception check, Melgrim. So yeah, as you start to feel your nose start to bend and start to crack under the weight of the wood as you're starting to be pushed and literally pushed through the wall.
23.
23.
Oof.
There's some banging from his room. You reckon, though, it's probably from the conversation you've had. You reckon he's probably flinging stuff against the wall, and that he sounds really angry.
Good. If he's angry, it means he's listened to me.
Fair enough. So, with that, it says, "Swear you're fealty to me."
You would if you weren't on.
Swear!
It would. I can't breathe.
So, from where you're standing is your face, your body is lifted up, on your back is now up against the ceiling, and you're being pushed through the ceiling of your room at this point as you're still being choked. You reckon you've got about 30 seconds.
I say, I'm sorry. Stop.
Sorry, Daddy.
There is no answer.
I'm sorry.
Some deep shit.
Sorry.
10 seconds.
Swaffily.
I'm sorry. I swear. I swear.
Don't be a pussy. That's pretty fully. Die.
I'm gonna die. I
4,
know he's almost took out half my
3,
head on the side of...
2, and with that you're let go as you fall 10 foot.
He can't kill you. He's you in the future.
I quickly crawl over and grab my talisman.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall and hit hard on the ground.
Legit. Look like almost half.
Fealty given by force is no fealty at all. You owe nothing.
So what'd you do?
I crawl over and grab my talisman.
Yeah.
Throw it out the window. Do it.
I'm putting it back on.
Yeah. Put it back on. Yeah, that makes sense.
Throw it.
So,
Do it.
Throws it out the window, bounces off a tree, goal comes back in. God
yeah.
damn it!
You feel
Could have trained you to be a fighter. Nyla could have trained you to be a monk.
you feel safe knowing that you've got the talisman back on. You can feel the powers. You start to feel a wee bit of warmth and glow about you as you start to kind of regain consciousness.
I'm gonna rest kind of thing, and Gaz will kind of like cry, but like into his pillow, trying not to like let anybody know.
Yeah, that's fine. With that, anyone else want to do anything?
I have
Dinah's
no reason to go and
hungry,
check on
correct?
him, so I will not go and ask him anything.
Um,
Gonna let Van
I
and
don't
steer the
know.
boat for a while though. And I'm gonna go down and get some to eat.
Melgrim, when he's gone back to his room and sort of gone by, will chap the door and be like, "I'm sorry for the way I put it. I know you're a good person in the inside."
You'll just
And I just kind of like walk past. And that's
Yeah.
what he says. And just
And you
continues.
hear Melgrim walk past as he's saying this.
I don't see anything, but you might hear him crying. That's it, really.
Yeah.
Assuming that is the argument that has made him cry.
Oh yeah. It was an argument.
My word.
It was an argument that made him cry for sure.
Didn't they know? I'll just kind of like passing Nyla. It's like I forgot how much words can hurt.
Is it really the sword that cuts so deep?
So
So,
Nyla's hungry now, yes?
yes, you are hungry at this point.
She's gonna try and
Gaz
eat
is
the
at
food.
half health.
Dad, can I get
Yes,
some food?
with me.
So,
bit hungry today. You notice over the day or two that Nyla's hiding away in her cabin.
Yeah, well, we're going to the 7th day because it is important with your hunger.
Can I long rest, or is that a
Yeah, you
thing?
can long rest. Yeah,
No.
that's fine. We're on the 7th day, so you assumed you have long rested. Interestingly enough, though, you do not gain the benefits of a long rest.
I
wasn't me.
accidentally just clicked it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. What was it? 6.
Just beat the shit out of him again.
No. I've
think
still got
it was
the rules.
Sleep.
I think it was on 28 health.
Yeah, so it's 7, 6, 3, and 8. So 8 plus 3 is 11. 11, 6 is 17. 17 is 14. So it's 24 or 34, I think.
Jeez, I don't regain my life then.
Yeah. So you do not gain the benefits of a long rest, and you will go into
Shit.
exhaustion at the end of this day.
Fun. Cool.
So
Is
with
Ralph's exhaustion completely gone?
Yeah, Ralph is
yeah. I'm fine.
Ralph is
Okay.
absolutely fine now.
I'll be honest, I actually misunderstood at the beginning. I thought we're like 3 days in, so I took mine away. And then he's like, end of the first day, I'm like, well, I've done it already. So I'm just gonna just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. No, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not a problem. I did say that to you anyway to do that at the end of it. So you are not exhausted yet, Gaz. You will be at the end of this day. So.
Gaz, you are friends with someone who can magically heal you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Unless
I'm just
you're
looking
scared to
on
tell
him
that
doing
you
it, it's
just.
not working.
Yeah.
I can
So
also do medicine checks, man. I can
interesting enough, Nyla, you are hungry. What will you be doing on this 7th day?
So when you notice Nyla, you'll notice she's really fidgety and like trying her best to she's a bit jumpy around people and just trying to stay away.
Cast cam emotions on her.
She
Calm
doesn't know
emotions,
who to
it
tell
takes.
first though. She's like, who do I speak to first? Who do I ask? Just gets really paranoid and anxiety.
So Ralph,
like
as you
Gaz.
cast calm emotions on her, you can hear her muttering. It's not subtle.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know what she's doing. I have counted. She ate me last time.
Yes.
I'm aware what's going on here, right? Like, it's like, okay, yeah, she drained some of my soul. She is
Oh, it
unwell. I will
sounds-
cast.
Yeah. Where are you doing this? Interestingly enough, because you've got
I
a
am
boat
going
full
to
of
go
passengers.
I'm assuming that we have either a
You
shared
have private.
cabin
Yes,
for
you
the
have
main
private.
group.
You have private cabins. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
will.
won't have left her room for like a whole day at the 7th
Yeah.
day.
I am perceptive enough to know what's going on, and I will chap her door, and I will not just burst in and like wait or just like fucking. I will cast calm emotions.
Yeah.
And I will simply say, "Now we've talked about this. You have."
Oh, dear Ralph. I didn't know who to tell. There's too many of you. You're all asked at once, and I just didn't know who to tell.
Well, I believe Milgram has offered his services this time. But if you touch any of these passengers,
I won't. Promise.
he'll kill you. So.
Yeah, he
Milgram,
said
come
that.
here.
Yeah. If you're shouting at Melgrim, yeah, Melgrim can come in. Yeah.
Good luck.
What's it do, Ralph?
Now it's real hungry.
Oh, alright. Okay. What do you need like
You
my
gotta
arm
take
or
your
something?
trousers down. You gotta turn over and bend over, and she'll.
Yeah. Turn your head to the left. Cough.
Oh, you feel a pressure go on straight up your butthole. But after that, it gets much worse.
Yeah. And then after that, she feeds.
To be fair, I've been
That's
through
just the
worse.
first step.
Yeah.
Step one of 18
Preparation.
steps.
Yeah.
No, I like
There's a step to
this.
this program.
Um,
7 steps.
so if you're allowing,
Puts her arm on you.
yeah, if you're allowing her to
Yeah,
feed,
I'll
she will start to feed.
How
How?
does Nyla feed?
Well, this is a good question. No one has really seen you
I
feed
would
before.
presume I would sort of suck some soul from like his face, kind of like, do you know Dementors?
Yes.
And Harry
Well,
Potter?
how
I kind of thought
how do you want to feed? I'm going to leave this to the artist's interpretation. What would you like?
I kind of figured she would feed like that,
Okay.
like sort of suck the
So-
soul for him.
Comes out
So
and
it's
all
creepy as fuck.
right now.
I'm assuming out of morbid curiosity, Melgrim would be watching every processing step of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, give us the full description, Nyla. I'm giving you the chance.
Who am I feeding off?
Melgrim, yeah.
I
So
actually
she'll
stay,
walk-
and Ralph does take notes because he's a scholar.
Yeah, of course.
She'll walk up to Malcolm and just say, "Are you sure?"
Told you. I'm taking the risk.
So our face will go to our natural state of form.
Yep,
And
mannequin.
you'll just sort of see this like shimmering, and then you feel his soul sort of being sucked out of his face
Yeah.
into hers.
Okay, I've got an idea. Yeah, so the face goes blank. You see this, you see where the lips are usually when she's speaking. You've seen this form before. It's kind of just like a shimmer. But all of a sudden, you see a tear. It's almost as if it's a parting of cheese. You know when you're pulling out macaroni cheese and you see the cheese stretch. You see it start to stretch and hole, and it's as you start to feel your very life essence being drawn from you. It is the most unpleasant experience you've ever felt. Naturally, you don't know if she's fed on you before, unless she's said to you.
I think she did feed it
9
the
times
once
out of 10,
before with the
yeah.
knowledge.
9
I
times
think
out of 10.
Malcolm was the only one she didn't feel on.
9 times out of 10, yous would be asleep at this point, and you wouldn't. So it's a kind of case of maybe just come across as a bad nightmare, or you just feel a bad dream. This is horrible. This is not a pleasant feeling. You gain a level of exhaustion, and you will suffer the effects of that exhaustion until you fully rest. Nyla, you are fully fed.
I'll try to stop myself as soon as I
Click
can.
on the top, go into conditions of your character, if I'm not mistaken, and then yeah,
I'm just trying to look for conditions.
See, top right hand side, conditions, add active conditions. Right above extras below your hit
yeah.
points.
Level 1
Right down,
exhaustion,
exhaustions.
and you are now level 1 exhaustion. It just means you get disadvantages on all checks and ability checks, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I never noticed that before.
Yeah, the D&D Beyond, it was actually
yeah.
very good. It's
You know,
just-
you'd think how many times I've fucking
So
Use this
that's
that
that's the
I'm
arse that's the arse end of it all. D&D Beyond is a fantastic tool. It really is. Yeah. So you are now fully fed. You start to feel the life come back into you, Nyla. You are fully sated for 7 days at least.
I will say.
I'm gonna
so-
catch him before he falls because I'm
Yeah.
presuming he'd probably collapse.
You're quite weak. Actually, make a Constitution saving throw, Melgrim, because you're a dwarf. You're hardy.
17.
Yeah.
That's
You're fine. You steal yourself.
Actually rolled low.
You steal yourself. You've dealt with different types of monsters and creatures that can do something similar. But this is totally different. This is tapping into your very life essence. This isn't just someone cutting or taking blood or anything like that. This is your very essence of your being. You feel the shivers. You get really warm, really cold, really warm again. You're sweating, and then all of a sudden it's cold sweats, and then it's sweat. It is a horrible experience. You probably wouldn't want to go through again, but now that you've been through it, it's not as bad as it could have been, and you're helping a friend.
So what you're saying with memories things, does she get a memory from Melgrim right now?
That
Yes.
is a good question. Nyla,
She
roll me a
remembers
d4.
the memory. Is it the memory of when he got his willy chopped off? Why? That would be the worst memory. Like,
4.
4. Roll me another d4.
3.
Excellent. Right, so 3 of those memories are surface memories. 1, you pick up the memory of when when Melgrim first came across you and Ronan. Under there, that was a scary time. You get the emotions with that as well, how he felt at the time. He felt pretty good. Other memories coming to as another recent memory of when Melgrim, especially after the day's arguments and stuff, the first day he met Gaz, which was quite pleasant. He was still wary of him, but at the end of the day, he was very drunk and that kind of guy. Third memory The third memory that he has is one where he was in the bar recently in the Rubber Duck and he was trying to start a fight with him, and you see the old guy, the old gnome, the old halfling, just sitting there. That's the memory you can see of him. I think he would just really want to punch someone after finding out about you. Fourth memory, however, Melgrim, is there a particular long-term memory you want to give, want to pass over to Nyla?
Actually, because Melgrim's not one to be talkative, I will say you'll get this. You can see him playing with a child that looks very similar to him.
Oh.
That's cool. That's really cool.
That is a surface memory. There is a good chance that she probably will know who the child is just from that memory alone. So if you wish to tell her, or if you want to tell her
You
in
can
secret,
message me if it's
Yeah.
his son. No.
okay. Yeah, and it's filled with warmth and happiness, and it's a long gone time from an age of when you don't know.
Melgrim doesn't even have his scars or anything.
Yeah,
At
you
this
don't. You wouldn't
moment.
even know that. It's just one of those surface memory that hits. He's happy. He's with family. He's surrounded. His warmth, embrace within the bowels of the Dwarven Mountains.
Does that remove the memory, or is it just picked
Doesn't
up?
no. It just picks up certain memories. However, with
Yeah, it
that,
doesn't take them away.
so Nyla, you're fully fed. Melgrim, you're almost like me right now. Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, Malcolm. I'm so sorry. You just see her face comes back to her and she's just crying.
Do you take the form of his lost child?
You take the form of Melgrim. You see the form of
won't take
Melgrim.
it.
You see the form of Melgrim's
No,
kind of
I
come
won't
up and
take
then
it.
dissipate.
God, I've not been looking after myself, have I?
Oh, sorry, Malcolm.
It's actually
It
something you
just
don't know, Nyla. It's not something you
I'm not
handle.
aware of.
You're not aware of, yeah. But as soon as as soon as the feed comes, it comes up in a wave and then drops. It's to show that you're able to now take that form.
Oh, okay.
So
What
you
do
do.
mean you don't look good? You look great.
Literally vomiting right now.
Yeah, a bit of blood comes up. Yeah.
Nyla won't bring up the memories or anything like that because she doesn't want to. She
Embarrass
doesn't
him.
know that if he knows or not, and doesn't want to treat on Malcolm because she knows
Yeah.
he's a private person.
Cool.
Thanks, Malcolm. I'm really sorry that happened. Maybe next time I'll just do it when one of you are asleep, and maybe it'll be like a conversation beforehand, so you don't feel attacked in your sleep. So it's not creepy. Maybe.
Don't know which one's better, to be honest.
I'm not sure either.
Just losing a bit of your life essence while you sleep. Oh yeah,
Or
both
lose it
terrible,
while you're
both
awake.
terrible options. Yep,
I'm just
both
beginning to
sound
feel it.
bad.
I know
Yeah.
she's taking my life essence. I agreed to it.
Yeah.
It grows back, I'm sure. It's like teeth, they grow back. and you still do. Sorry. They go back, don't they? I'm sure they do.
Right.
I'm sure it's no
Well,
long
I'll
term.
I
take
know
your
it,
word
baby.
for it, Ralph.
What type of scholar?
So
He is
Janice.
a mortal scholar, history, right? Religion, not human biology as such, though. He knows the stabbing that makes him
It
dead.
shows.
So-
Those are all-
so Janice, what are you doing at this point?
Zoidberg is a great doctor, just not of humans.
Yeah. So Janice, what are you doing at this point?
As this is all going on, I'm going to be up on the top of the ship, just making sure we're going in the right direction. I'm also just
Round in circles.
contemplating. Shut up. Just contemplating the fact that we're going towards the Empire at this point, and just any connections there.
Yeah. You know your connections. It's going to be rough. You've been there before. You've made a name for yourself in the Empire, though. You're playing in various pubs and casinos and that, where you're able to make a name of yourself to try and become the greatest bard in all the world. In fact, you remember as well that that's pretty much where you ended up on the Perturbation Eternus back in the day. It's one of the jumping points to get to, is when you go down there to the docks and speak to certain ships that will take you over there, unless you've got a specific ticket or you've got a specific way on. So you go to memories of, oh yeah, we're helping Ralph. That'd probably be helpful. Gaz, what are you
As
doing
I'm
during
saying-
this day? And sorry, what were you saying, David?
I was thinking at that point, I'll even just be looking about, not specifically looking for him, but just going, where is Ralph anyways? Not seen him in a while.
And we'll go with that. Gaz, what are you doing at this point?
Behind you the whole time. But
Good
oh
question.
no, so I was downstairs sketching out what's happening, wasn't I?
Oh, you sketching? Make a performance check for me.
Ooh, guidance.
You maybe want to do the D8 at this point.
I'll see. Okay, yeah, I'll do my D8. I've only got a +1 to this. But never mind.
Do the D8.
Natural 20.
Do the D8 anyway.
The D8, okay.
Yeah. Please roll 8.
27.
Oh, I was kind of hoping.
Good. That's real good.
That is something that you will never forget, Lee. So much so that it is, the way the mouth opened, the way I described it, as in it just opened and it just partied, and the scene, literally the life essence come out. Very much like Mortal Kombat. Just, you seen the life essence pull, and then once she was fed, it just kind of snapped back as if it was like elastic.
Is Nyla aware of what she looks like when it has happened?
Yeah, he also seen the blank face and features, and then afterwards you'll have seen the almost like a scanning, a laser just leaving up, and he turns into Melgrim and then just rests and comes back down. It is harrowing.
As a point of clarification, I am writing a book. It is called A Study of Changelings. It is an Aquin.
Yes, okay. Yeah, if you want to start doing that, that's pretty cool. It's not a bad idea.
Nyla's actually going to ask Ralph if he'll teach her. Maybe not at this right second, but she's
Yeah.
gonna...
Gaz, what are you up to, my friend?
Ralph is suspicious that you're going to eat his soul and go and live amongst the turtles at this point. But okay.
I'm not going to live amongst the turtles, don't worry. I just want to know the language of the goddess.
Gaz, my man, what are you doing at this point?
Good question. I'm gonna
Hanging
message
out with-
you something.
Okay.
Hanging out with demons. He's another.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's beating the shit out of the old lady and old man to see if their souls go into the void and he can rip them back out.
The patron has brought him flowers and told him he's really sorry. Sometimes he just gets really angry when he speaks to him like that.
Oh my God, yeah.
And that it's really his fault and he should just be better and maybe he would behave.
Okay.
You really push my buttons, but I will never do it again. I'll never hurt you.
Gaz,
Yeah.
make me
maybe not, I don't know.
make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. Okay.
He was really into the choking. To be fair.
How
so it's like
long? How long do you want to?
7.
How long do you want to do this for,
Um,
or attempt this?
as long as it takes.
Super dehydrate.
As long as it takes. Well, for Constitution saving throw of that, won't take long.
Yep.
You're an hour and a half in.
Right. I'm gonna try and find somebody.
Okay.
Anybody. Before I
Um,
black out.
make
before
me
I
a-
fall asleep.
maybe a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
That's good enough. You stumble out your room.
Two.
Oh, hey guys.
Who's there?
Well, who's there? Is who do you stumble into?
Well, obviously the door was shut, but I mean, if I heard this, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
probably coming out at this point. Yeah, so okay. I walk out.
I'm very drunk right now, so I need to tell you. I need to tell you something.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab him by the shoulders, and I'm like,
Shelters, but okay.
Literally, just as you're about to speak, you can't speak. No, it's not. It's not bad. You can't. You're not being choked. You just can't see. There's no sound coming out your mouth.
Oh, shit.
You okay, guys?
Then you vomit. All down, Ralph.
sorry.
Who are Ralph?
I like to think it's next to the stain that Malcolm did on him.
Yeah.
Epilepsies. You feel better?
Still can't speak. When
I say, do you feel better, I cast Healing Word at level 1 of them. Doesn't make poison go or anything, but it might make you feel a bit better.
Healing word. Roll for the damage because he's been damaged. He's visibly damaged.
It's a D4 plus my
I
modifier.
love how Ralph's not concerned that he looks severely hurt.
He's also drunk, very drunk.
Well, at this moment,
You can
I'm
regain-
assuming he is fucking Philbert. You
Interestingly enough, when you start to go heal him, you do the healing word, and you see the magic take, and then all of a sudden it just comes back. You lose the spell.
bounce back.
Yeah.
I
hate you right now.
I go like really like somber, and I just move back to my room.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep a hold of him.
Yeah.
Melgrim, come out here. And I'm actually gonna lead Gaz. Actually, no, you stay in there. I'm gonna lead Gaz into Melgrim's room.
Well, were you leading Gaz into his room?
No, I'm leading Gaz into the room that we just came from. So it'll be
Yeah.
I think it'll be Nyla's room. Sorry, Nyla's room.
Okay, so you go into Nyla's room. Gaz, you're starting to black out.
That's not right.
Gas, you okay, buddy?
I put my hand on his patron symbol.
It's cold. It's expected to be cold though. It's just because of the kind of metal that's around it in the skull.
Can I try to speak in Abyssal?
You
Maybe
try.
it's just in common.
You can hear yourself. You can hear yourself speak, but no one can hear you.
I'm gonna try and like drunkenly write on the wall or something. With a
I
dagger.
wonder what it would be like if I fed off gas, guys.
You are.
I think it'd be real cool.
You are, for purposes of the remainder, currently blind.
Oh shit.
Has Melgrim seen anything?
Yeah, so you see me like walking
So-
around with my dagger.
Well, no. As because you're being dragged in. You're being dragged into. You are currently being dragged into Nyla's room. So, as you enter with so before we go any further, guys, as you enter in with Gaz, Ralph, what do you do? What are you doing at this point?
Right, so he can't talk, and he appears to have like lost all sense of direction, and everything. Yeah.
Very drunk.
Okay. I set him down. No, I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't have minded.
No, he sits down.
This is like. Right.
Guys.
Is he breathing okay? Is he?
Yeah, he's breathing.
Can I do an arcana
As you
check
wave,
to see
as
if-
you wave in front of his face, Nyla, he looks up and goes, "Oh, hey, Nyla.
Hi, buddy. Are you okay?
I'm very, very drunk.
Oh.
I've had a bit too
what
much.
happened?
I may have had an
too
argument
much?
with. I may have had an argument with Melgrim,
Oh dear.
and I'm very sorry,
Bad
Melgrim.
one?
I didn't mean it. I was just.
Good and evil.
Detect good and evil.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Why would I do that? So I would.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it. It's plausible.
Detect good and evil.
Yeah. Who hurt you? And I'm just going to do that as I did.
Who hurt him?
Good and evil.
Says, I just took it out on myself. I was really angry. I didn't mean to hurt yous. I didn't mean to upset yous. I'm just.
Ralph,
I
heal.
care.
Get me,
I
man.
care so much about yous. I just want to protect yous. And Nyla, I just want to help Nyla with her curse. I just don't get it. I just want to help.
I tried
It's
to heal
okay.
him a moment ago, reflected the spell. Something's not right.
That's
here.
not normal.
Definitely
Yeah.
detect good and evil.
You go detect good and evil. Seems good. Good intentions. Is everybody in here is unless anyone has evil on their as their alignment, you'll not back up any evil.
Mal times up as chaotic.
Nyla, get the bard. He might know. I've got to start like looking at his eyes and that, see
1 second.
dilation and stuff.
So Janice!
Make me a medicine check, Milgram. By this
We need to
time,
help, buddy.
Sir Janice, you're down. No one at helm steering the ship.
Vannon is steering the ship, I'll have you know.
Vannon will steer the ship. Yeah, why not? Ronan will do it. You mean?
Stealing.
Yeah, Ronan will be the one steering the ship. I will say.
Van's
Nah,
dead.
Vannon.
Van's
Keep getting
ghost.
mixed up. Yeah, one of these characters. Yeah.
And that was at 3, unfortunately. I'm forgetting my exhaustion.
Ah,
He's
man.
yeah, his pupils are dilating fine. He say he's reacting to light normally.
His pulse fine, all that stuff.
Pulse is
like,
fine, yeah. It's a little bit elevated, but it's probably because of the alcohol.
Right, my knowledge on alcohol is and magic users. Can people still cast magic, and can people not receive heals if they're drunk?
In your experience, when people are magic users and have been really, really drunk, all they want to do is cast stupid spells.
Because of what Nyla knows about Gaz, would she think something's off?
Roll an insight check.
I'll assist with that by looking real hard at him.
She doesn't get anything.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah, I do assist him.
What did you roll?
I'm
You
gonna
don't know
kind
shit.
of like look at Ralph and be like, I just want to check something. It just heat bottom right in the nose.
Make me an attack roll.
He's already low on hit points.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like a D1 plus his strength modifier.
Yeah.
Ralph
Yeah.
doesn't
He
know
needs
that.
to roll to hit.
No, it is. Yeah, it is.
It's just, it's mainly to see how he reacts to it.
Are you
I'll
pulling
react
the? Are
as
you
a
pulling the
threat,
hit?
Man.
I'll not one.
As soon as you go to headbutt him, he just kind of moves away. And goes,
You hurt your
"Oh,
neck."
what are you doing? Don't hurt me."
I think I'd react to that as a threat.
Yeah.
But you're
Oh,
blind and don't know what
damn.
happened.
I think I'd try to cast a spell if I can.
You're very drunk.
As soon as he goes to try and cast the spell, I'm gonna grab onto him and tell him to stop.
Yeah, that's fine.
No,
Do that,
let
don't do
him.
it.
He's not. If he's not able to cast magic, I want to see. Take your attack. Take your best.
How
shot,
how
guys.
would you know he can't cast magic?
I thought
No,
that
we
was
don't know
it.
that. We
Oh,
don't know
That was
that.
it, and the magic didn't work.
Yeah, none of you know he can't cast magic.
Yeah, we
Let's
don't know
just
that yet, Scott.
have 1 second here. Nala, keep an eye on him. If you do you have any ability with arcane at all? Or are you a
Gaz,
proficient?
don't do anything silly, okay? Don't
Mel,
do
I want a quick word with you outside. I'm just gonna go outside.
Yep.
What do you think
I'll
the
go
problem
down.
is here?
Hmm?
What do you think the problem is here? He's not. He should be able to resist the.
He should,
Resisting a heal is particularly unusual.
unless he doesn't want to receive the heal.
I was
it would-
about to say, I was genuinely about to say, roll an Arcana check with advantage. Ralph.
Oh, me, okay.
Yeah.
Remember, I've resisted some of your spells when I was in a huff with you.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Would
strip
I
me
be there at this point in time?
You are with Nyla at this point, yeah. Ralph, yeah, what Melgrim is saying is very, very, very true. It says, unless he doesn't want to be healed,
And if he inflicted these wounds on himself,
He
he wants to be in pain.
did not give the impression he wanted to resist the spell. Now, also, I would
Drink
know
is
if he'd
confusing me
resisted
as
the
well.
spell.
yeah, he
Avoid
resisted.
his drink.
Yeah, as far as you're aware, he resisted.
So you say it's just self-inflicted. You don't think there's some kind of outside force. That's fine.
I'm not 100% because he's been acting very weird and Gaz doesn't like to drink.
Apart from that time when he got really, really drunk in the...
Apart from that one time.
Yeah, apart from that one time. And that other time you forced to drink in him. You gave him a drink on the Flotsam Isles. And the other times he was drinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I made him an alcoholic.
Damn it, Melgrim.
I've got like 1 4th level spell slot that I could do 2 things with, but Ralph would not think to do these things because it wouldn't make sense. So never mind.
What's your idea?
I have 2 ideas. One is cast a spell magic on him to see if there's any similar entity that's in there,
Mhm.
or number 2, cast banishment on him, and that'll dump whatever's taking control of him back in its home dimension.
Mhm.
And then he'll reappear. But I don't know if those things would work because that's some crazy bullshit. So I don't know. But I would think to do that. Unless
Did
someone
have
goes.
mean words to him. Maybe he's been really upset. But to resist
Could be
your
the
heals,
demon he's been talking to, guys.
Well, why don't we get him to summon that
Wait.
demon? Then maybe he can help. Wait, hold on.
he's summoning demons.
We know that already.
I've already said that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Oh
know
no,
that.
he doesn't know that.
No, I told you that.
Right,
I
didn't.
told you
No, you
that.
didn't. I forgot about that.
I told Melgrim and Ralph that. I'm sure.
I'm sure we had a conversation with that in the last episode, didn't we?
No, it was all about the necromancy
Wasn't it?
and the spirit
Yeah.
stuff. You've never
I remember
mentioned
this.
If memory
about
serves,
Yeah,
he
I remember
thought
this.
he was crazy at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
He
when
thought
he
he was
failed
losing
the
it.
insight check, and we thought he was talking out his arse.
Yeah,
True that.
Malcolm didn't know
In
that.
that case, I wouldn't have said that. I thought it was lying. I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, that's
because
fair
I
enough.
thought he was being crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
In my
I just
memory, we
shouted
had a
that
conversation,
because,
but-
No, you
I
didn't shout
wouldn't-
anything. You're not the Nyla. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Alright, so I guess
Right.
we'll just see what's the maybe.
Right.
We'll see what he wants.
Well, this
to do.
You
conversation's-
heard that
With
about the
demons.
demon, right?
While this conversation's happening, Nyla, Gaz just looks up to you and is in the drunken state and he goes, "We're friends, you and I, right?
Of course we are, guys. Best friends.
Best friends. And best friends look
Yeah.
out for each other, okay?
Absolutely.
Excellent. I had an idea about these lost souls.
Yeah.
There's a possible way of doing this without hurting anybody.
Are you sure?
Yeah. There's an idea. I mean, I was thinking about it. I was doing a bit of studying. And I thought, there's got to be a reason why these souls are left in the nether realm. It means we can pull them out. There must be evil creatures. They've got to be.
Well, there will be some. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, are
even
they
evil...
all evil?
Oh, I would imagine so. I mean, if there were good souls, they wouldn't be there trapped in all eternity, right?
But wouldn't they go to hell?
Well, if there's such a place,
Or is limbo hell?
well, that's it. I just
you
don't know.
just told us that he's summoning demons, so we can tell is a real place if he's summoning demons.
Not necessarily. There's a demon plane. I mean, there
We
is
know
a
demons come
yeah.
from hell.
There's
I know,
different
that's
planes.
Melgrim.
Yeah, there is different
We're not-
planes.
We're still excited.
Yeah.
This is Evan saying
There's
we're
a
not there.
there is different planes, so it'd be a case of you wouldn't know. But like I say,
Sorry, it was because Nyla's.
and it would only
thought it was
the only thing is I could only try it once. But how long? How long do you need? How long, if you were to consume a full soul, how long would that feed you for?
A whole one.
Yeah,
Like a
about-
full 16-inch soul. Well, that's gonna be. Sorry,
Subway, eat
fucking
fresh.
Well, probably around about 30 days, I think. It's quite a while.
I mean, if you want, we can certainly try it.
I promised Melgrim that I wouldn't.
Smell evil.
Well, depending if I can find a soul, a really, really bad soul that deserves to be destroyed.
But how do we know they deserve to be destroyed?
Well, we can look up morticians, we can look up really evil people. I mean, if I figure when I'm summoning, it's all very
Do you get a
magical wise.
specific soul,
I could,
or do you just get a
if I
random
could,
one?
if I could find or acquaint myself with a specific soul, I could maybe pull them from the nether realm and use them.
I kind of promised Melgrim that I wouldn't.
Well, I know, I get it. I said Malgram, I wouldn't do it either. You're probably right. I mean, I just want to cure you so bad. And then he just kind of falls over asleep on the bed.
Guys, dear, oh dear. What are we gonna do with you?
Guys,
I'm just gonna walk outside and get in and go to Ralph. I think you might be summoning demons again, and go back in.
guys,
Melgrim definitely knows.
while you're while all this is happening, I mean, and you're
sharpening the blade again.
you're blind, you're mute, you're almost deaf, and you're in that same black space in your meditation where you're just stuck, and you hear the voice over and over again. It says, "Have we learned a lesson?
Yes.
Huh?
What's the lesson?"
We always win.
We always win.
We always win.
I am just looking out for you, my dear boy. And I truly want to help your friend Nyla.
I know.
Sleep it off. You'll be right as rain in the morning.
Thanks.
And as you close your eyes back into the dark, you fall into a wistful long rest, where you will gain the benefits of a long rest.
Do poo yourself though.
During this time, I am definitely writing notes on like details what he has just experienced for when we arrive at the Empire.
And we will end
Nyla
there.
realised that she's dead and gone.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
And we will end there for this evening.
Jeez.
No character deaths, we're all good.
This
Yet.
is what happens when you do crazy bullshit.
That's
That was
been
really
fun
good.
though.
It's almost
I
like
was
being
really
a warlock
impressed
comes
when
with
you fighting against
consequences.
Your patron, man, that was cool as fuck.
That was
I'm
cool.
gonna be a cleric.
I was wondering if I should say what I was trying to do there, or should I? Because I
Save it
failed.
for the end, but don't tell us.
We can talk about it later. We can talk about it later, like I say, because you came up with another good idea. I want to kind of run
You can
past
tell
you.
me.
So
I think I won't. I think I won't attempt that again. I think like you said, I've learned my lesson.
well, it
Learned
depends.
you can't get out of abusive relationships. Is that the lesson to take?
Is that the lesson to take here?
See, that's hey.
Always come crawling back. Is this the real takeaway from this, man?
If
We
they
don't want
stay
to.
solid, they
Yeah.
definitely won't hit you again.
Is that the-
Yep.
It means it this time.
But anyway,
That's what I'd like to
You
do.
could say this is a
Christ.
bit of a moral quandary.
Almost.
Whoa!
oh yes, we've gone full circle, baby.
You said the thing!
He said the thing. He said the name of the episode that we're watching currently right now.
Roll credits.
Roll credits. No.
Freeze
But-
frame.
Maybe.
But from now, yeah, I'll freeze frame. You didn't do it. Right. Anyway, from there, we will go to my left here, I think.
You've done
Or
the best one.
yeah, my left. David. David, you got anything you want to promote, my friend, before we go?
I want to promote tuning in to see what happens with us next week. Any other games
you
that we have
do.
coming up during
Yeah, you do.
during every single we have it constant games on.
Yeah.
So like anytime we're up, just get it tuned in, no matter what. If you're taking care of the kids, lock them in a room. If you've got a birthday party to
what
go
I
to,
do.
forget it. If you've got a wedding to go to, there'll be others.
Yeah,
Forget
exactly. Don't worry. I mean, listen.
Sanity check.
Yeah,
Even
come
if
and
you
come
get
and watch us
banned
next week. Death won't even stop me. Not even death. So
Death will stop him, just to clarify.
You die.
anyway, to my right,
I was thinking-
we have Lee. Lee, anything you want to promote?
Yeah, watch the stuff I do.
Excellent. Good talk. Down in this corner here, Leon. Leon, anything you want to promote?
Watch the stuff that Lee does. It's pretty cool.
And
Spence was very good.
and, obviously,
I know, obviously.
yeah, and Florium. And then down below, we have the token woman, because I can't call her female anymore, apparently, because incels do that.
He's not a token woman either.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah, I really
Only
shouldn't. No,
female.
Rachel.
I wonder
Rachel.
where the problem is.
Yeah. Take care of your animals. My best friend's doggo might have cancer. Poor little boy.
Oh,
So
You really
everyone
wanna end
give
on
your
that?
Pets a snuggle. My doggo thinks she's having a baby. She's not having a baby.
ah,
Poor little thing.
little lamb.
But take care of your pets and possibly each other. Depends.
Unless you're a dick. in
If
which
people
case-
Just
are
look
that
after
sort,
animals.
yeah,
Animals are
don't-
awesome. They are the
yeah.
best of us and the worst of us.
Yes.
Wrapped in.
The best humans are animals.
Yes.
So yeah.
And last but not least, for all the Melgrim stands out there,
It's Scotty.
Scott.
Get plenty of rest, drink plenty of juice, and
Demon dogs. No, there's no demon dogs.
Demon Dogs is often now.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I know.
Because we wouldn't
Boo
turn up on
ons.
time because we're dicks.
Boo ons.
I did. I was a good person.
You
It
did,
seems
you're
that-
the best of us.
It seems Tuesdays and Mondays are the best days to play games right now. It's really weird.
It's just, we're
Yeah,
not
it is.
consistent. Like, I had to do
Depends
overtime.
It's only
sometimes.
That's
days
fair.
Different
consistent.
people, because Sally can't get to.
Yeah, that's
Mondays or
true.
Tuesdays, so it's like
But listen,
That
Sally
is
can.
actually, I should say, I am trying to run another game, but it is fucking impossible to nail down a day that I can get people to play. Because like 3 people can play on Thursday, 3 people can play on Friday, and then nobody can play other. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Well, like I say, I don't mind stepping aside for Fridays. That's fine. I mean, I don't mind not playing games. It's okay. I do play games. I love playing games. But you know, I've got this as well. So Anyhow.
I think it'd be fun if you played in a game with us again.
I'd love to play another game. However,
What about Saturdays? Like, who can do Saturdays? Anyway,
I
unless
Saturday's done for me. I like to say I do everything on Saturdays.
Yeah, that's true. Right, fuck it, whatever. What
Anyway.
time is it?
Anyway,
Richard,
yes.
We'll do Thursday.
can I say everything that we do during the games is all out of fun. We're all friends and we all like to
Oh yeah.
have fun and that kind of thing. But
Yeah, yeah.
if
Hold on a
you,
second, you just went serious.
no,
Oh,
a little
for
bit, yeah,
fuck's
just
sake.
because we went into a little bit like serious.
Oh god, yeah,
territory
yeah.
and-
Listen, that happens sometimes.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's
We know
not
that
an
we're all
experience.
friends here. I mean, we're not just.
Leon is a world class actor. I'll
It
just let
may
you know
look
that.
serious
Every
Yes.
one of
in
us
some
thinks
cases.
it's been for real
It's
when he
not.
does this.
Oh god, yeah.
I will say,
Leon's
Malcolm
good, yeah.
hates the stuff Gads is coming up with, but Scott loves a lot of the stuff because he's like that's very creative and
We're all
ingenious and
living
creates
it,
a
but
lot
our
of drama.
characters aren't.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, thank you very much for tuning in to D&D on Tuesdays. The World of Valorian. We'll see you next week. Hopefully, we'll have a game for you either tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday. Who knows? We'll find out. Like, share, and subscribe. Come on to our Twitch, follow us, and then you'll find out when we actually come on live. That's the way to do it.
Give us money because we are lovely people.
Drop everything in your life.
Yes, exactly. Drop everything in your life and watch everything we do.
Yeah.
However,
Always be on this channel.
thank you very much.
Definitely Mondays and Tuesdays, we're always doing something
Yes.
Mondays and Tuesdays.
But anyway,
Yes, we
smile and wave, guys. Smile and wave. Goodbye.
Fuck